Hello, Internet, and welcome to Hearts of Stone. We are here to play some Blades in the Dark. Super excited to have you here with us on this lovely Saturday afternoon. We will be starting here in a second, but first talk about what we've got going on the channel this week. Only other stream we've got going on right now is Red Jenny, which we will have our next installment of on Monday, episode 68. We are very close to wrapping that up. We've got getting into the sort of final battle of the campaign. Very exciting stuff. So you should come join us for that at 8 o'clock Eastern time on Monday, same place. Otherwise, it's just this show. Nothing else really going on in between. But if you want to keep up to date or on everything that we are doing, join our Discord. Links below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch, or head over to our YouTube. You can see everything that we have streamed in the past over there. Lots and lots and lots of shows to watch. But that is pretty much it for now, and I'm very excited to jump into things. So let's go ahead and go around and do our introductions. Talk about who we are, what we do on off the channel, who we're playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van, but Wilder, wherever you look for people on the internet. Mostly I'm just hanging out in the Discords and streaming on Twitch a couple of times a week here and also over on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly. Today I am playing Glass, who is the Whisper.
And then that's me. Christina said you can find me on the internet at Greek said, or you could take your medicine, which I forgot to do. It's in the bathroom right now. I'm going to do my intro real fast. I'm going to go get it and take it right now, because you should take it regularly on time, unlike me. That's it. Yeah, I'm here on Mondays and Saturdays, and this afternoon I will be playing Salome, who is the group's spider. I'll be right back for completely unrelated reasons.
Speaking about being here for completely unrelated reasons, hello everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me RJ282 on most socials. We're doing some real fun stuff next month, especially over at Hack Recklessly, where we're doing a Fallout game. I'm playing a sniper. Danae's in this game too. It's gonna be on Sundays. But today, I'm playing Fume, who's the Hull. He goes by he, they, I go by he, him-ish. I don't know, I'm figuring that out. Next.
Next is me.
No, it's Val.
No, I'm confused. Go Val. Van.
No,
Van?
it's you.
Val?
It's you.
Oh, flashbang.
RJ, don't confuse me. Hi everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keeter. You can find me at DanaeKeeter.com. I'm playing as Grackle. She used to be a hound and now she's a ghost. DanaeKeeter.com.
You really broke her with that. Jeez.
We can't be this way this soon.
We haven't even started the game.
I'm sorry.
We're
I literally
10
walked
minutes
on
in.
stage, walked up to Danae, and just hit her across the face with a baseball bat.
My brain's already been broken. I've been counting. Like, I'm casting on, which is the worst part. I've been counting a lot, so, like, my brain is not here.
You guys were in an improv scene and RJ just said no.
Just no.
No, I have a gun. That's what RJ just said.
No.
I believe I did
Who are
that
you?
like last
Where
season.
are we? No.
No.
Well, that is me now, everyone. Hi, I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, mostly just here on GGK, otherwise streaming places, playing Marvel Rivals. That's pretty much all I've been doing lately. And yeah, today I'm running this. Are you all ready to get started? Previously on Hearts of Stone, your obedient servants set their sights on the Dimmer sisters, known allies of the Baron and target of vengeance for one Grackle. You made a plan to infiltrate the Dimmer sisters' hideout through the use of a Trojan coffin that carried an EMP of Fume's creation that you planned on setting off inside the Dimmer sisters' compound in order to disable the electromagnetic fences that surround it, keeping spirits from moving in and out, and any other technology they might have inside their facility. You were very successful in doing so. We had a good engagement roll. Everyone minus Grackle, who is inside her spirit box, made it into the Dimmer Sisters house safely, or I guess RJ or Fume and wait, I'm trying to remember. So Fume was outside. Who else?
Fume
was
and
it
Glass
was
were
Fume and Glass
outside.
outside. That's right. Fume and Glass were outside. Only Salome was allowed in, due to a mixed result on your initial approaching of the Dimmer Sisters. Salome had a very intense conversation with one of the Dimmer Sisters where you could tell she was lying to you, but even when confronted with her lies, she refused to budge in any sort of way. In response, you set off the EMP, ripping through the house, turning off or disabling the generator. Lights go out. The electroplasmic fence around the facility goes out, and the room begins to catch fire in response to the EMP. However, at the same time, all of the Dimmer Sisters, clad in black, veils obscuring their faces, collapsed throughout the house. And as Salome began to just beat the ever-living crap out of one of the unconscious Dimmer Sisters, you discovered that they were, in fact, hulls, automatons, even different than normal hull construction. No heartstone to speak of, purely robotic. And at that moment, as Fume and Glass came rushing in and Grackle was released from her box, enough power coming through the manor stirred a speaker system, which transmitted the Baron's voice of stern disapproval, of condescension and derision, as he realized or confronted you essentially by saying that he had his suspicions about your involvement and everything that had been going on, and that he would collect Jack soon enough. A secondary alert system went off, releasing some things into the manor as these abominations begin to rip through the estate, trying to destroy it, as well as you. Your group split up. You were successful in dispatching one of the abominations as it attacked your group together. Grackle went tearing off into the house to find a worm-like abomination, which she is still in the midst of ghost fighting, and Glass dispatched a sort of moth-like abomination in the kitchens, while Salome and Fume discovered a stairwell leading a secret passage that led down to a basement level of this manor that was not visible before. Upon arriving down there, you saw a few things. Boxes half filled with spirit vials, with spirits trapped inside of them. Some sort of transportation, like a mine cart, indicating of the Dimmer Sisters exporting or sending these spirit vials, at least some of them, somewhere else into Duskfall, and a second locked door, as well as the cages that these creatures came out of, which the locked door, Fume ripped off of the wall and found a control room, dials and knobs and some sort of like limiting or controlling apparatus for the manor and the technology that's been retrofitted into it, as well as an array of 21 spirit vials with contained spirits or souls within them, hooked into this system. And I believe with all of that is where we left off last time. So I want to, before we get into what Fume is going to do in this situation, I want to go back to Grackle and the worm. And hopefully resolve what's going on there. Grackle, your horse Buttercup has torn off, your ghost horse Buttercup has torn off into the house. You are facing down this enormous, like, again, has the visual appearance of some sort of cylinder, like worm like shaped, but is the clearly the amalgamation of either mutated or distorted bodies kind of morphed together and then patched together with some sort of magic and technology, these like metallic plates that are kind of like welded onto the body itself. It is thrashing through this room, sends the bed smashing against one of the far walls as it begins to rip through the walls and actually begins to move into some of the other rooms, sort of trying to destroy the manor itself, which is shaking with its every movement. Grackle, what do you do?
I want to kill it a whole lot. Like it's very straightforward. I want to shoot it with a ton of bullets.
Okay.
As many bullets as I can.
Got it. You whip out your ghost gun,
2 of them.
your ghost pistols.
How close are we to Fume straight up just inventing, like, machine guns?
I mean, he invented an EMP. I imagine that's less of a question of.
I think I skipped a step in like.
Yeah.
How long until we come back around to like AR-15s?
Well,
Because we
so
should
there's-
get Grackle one of those. Do you know how many bullets come out of those?
I want a
gonna
Tommy
least
gun I can
15.
pull out of a guitar case.
I was gonna make
Yes.
her a Gatling gun.
Yes.
Anyway.
My full-chested support.
Okay.
Love this plan. Love it.
I'm gonna shoot it a bunch.
Okay. So this is going to be I almost said kick some ass. That's the wrong system. We were just playing Monster of the Week last night. This is going to be skirmish.
Yes.
I think you failed your last round of rolls against this thing.
I sure did. 2 whole rolls.
So I think you are in a desperate situation because here's what you realize. I mean, this thing isn't necessarily attacking. Like, it is defending itself. It has defended itself, and it has the ability. Like, this is this creature, this abomination is capable of hurting you. But even more so, it is trying to bring this building down on top of you and your companions. So if this goes badly, things will continue to escalate in that regard. So I think we are in a desperate situation, and I think we are at standard effect right now with.
Okay. I do still have access to Vulture's Eye style, which means that when using pistols in close combat, I increase the effect of any harm I deal with firearms in close range.
Okay.
And I got a question. If you're maxed out on a particular skill, can you still push yourself and add a dice?
Oh, you mean like if you have 4 like can you roll more than 4 dice?
Yes. Can
Yes,
roll
you
4
can.
dice or
Yeah.
5 dice.
I think we looked into
Okay.
that last time. I didn't see anything about being able to roll more than 4. Like
I'm-
you just your
I'm
base
gonna-
skill just can't go above
As
4.
far as I'm aware, the pool doesn't actually have a limit to how many.
It's
I'm
dice
gonna
to-
push
you can't
myself.
get a push and a devil's bargain on the same roll.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna push myself. I feel like this is probably overkill, but I think that's kind of the I think that's the vibe Grackle's going for right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of an all or nothing situation.
This is kind of
again.
overkill the job.
Yeah. If I swear to God, if I fail this roll, if I see more than like 1, like 3, if I see more than 2 ones in this roll, I'm gonna throw the hat.
So this is going to be that. I mean, there weren't.
Is that a
2
royal
ones.
flush or
that is a straight.
1, 2, 3, 4?
Um,
That's straight. That's straight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a straight.
It heard
odd.
you.
It's the only straight we'll have here today.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Hey.
Okay, so so that does increase your effect to great, because you have the vulture's eye style. So your effect in this case, that's right, that's the wording on it, is increases your effect when you are in close range. Okay.
Mhm.
So mixed success. I am going to give you a choice.
Okay.
You can throw caution to the wind to kill this thing right here and now at great risk to yourself. Or you can wound it, potentially finish it off in a few moments, but this thing is going to continue to rampage, and there will be some consequences for the destruction of the manor that it is currently.
Great risk to
Reaping.
myself, please.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was what it was.
I don't-
As soon as I said the
don't-
first one, I was like, "It's a moot point. You're gonna take that
Yeah,
one."
I was all like, this better be like a great ore.
So here's what's gonna happen. You whip out your dual pistols and just lunge spectrally. I imagine like flickering through the air, electricity coming off of you as you lunge straight towards this thing, brandishing the pistols and just firing straight down this worm's gullet as it is trying to tear through more of the foundation. This creature collides with you, and we see like the like shots from the inside, like ricocheting and piercing through the interior, as you find yourself being like crushed. Like, again, this thing has a supernatural component to it, so like it interacts with things in the ghost field in the same way like a physical or like a spectral entity would. You are going to take a level 3 harm.
Holy shit. You did say great risk. Okay.
Yeah.
I could resist this,
Yeah.
but I now have only 4 drained left. I have no idea how much is left in this job. But at a level 3 harm, you need help, right?
So need help means let me
Like a physicker to actually come and patch you
no,
up.
so it has a more mechanical effect than that. So the way that it works, I'm actually realized I don't have my rulebook up now. Hold on.
Someone has to come and
I
pick
was
you.
looking this up last week on the off chance someone took a level 3 harm at some point. So stress and trauma. Where's
Does
harm?
Grackle still have that thing where it's like, does it reduce the level of harm or you
consequences.
just ignore?
No.
No, I don't think you have that anymore. Yeah,
that
that was...
I had to leave that behind with my very tough body.
No.
So-
Now I have a gossamer jellyfish body.
Here's the harm stuff. So left harm if you suffer moderate harm right in the middle row. Drained. Where's the thing on it? It's not there. I was just reading it the other week.
Realizing I could also have my book out and maybe
Yeah.
contributing.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to the index because I was just I know it's in the book because I was reading it. It has something to do with like other people have to assist you in the act for you to be able to take actions. I think.
Wow.
Harm. So 30, 31, and 155. Maybe it was on 155.
5,000 points of damage. What?
No, that's
When you're impaired by harm in the top row, your character is incapacitated and can't do anything unless you have help from someone else or push yourself to perform the action.
yes. So you can
Okay.
only take any actions now. If you're going to roll for something, you either have to push yourself or somebody has to give you the assist
Help
action.
action.
Mhm.
Okay. That works for me. I'm
Grackle's just
cool.
limping
We
around.
can assist across distances.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. We take out this worm, we're good.
Okay. The harm that I would think for this one, like again, crushed feels like the most like like that's kind of the standard I would use. Obviously, you're a ghost. We interpret that in a little different way, but yeah. So you destroy this thing from the inside. It's ripped apart as its body collapses in on you. You feel the physical weight of it. You feel your form break. Like if you had bones right now, they would be broken. But as you emerge from this thing, you feel your body like flickering in and out, like you're a harder time holding your form together. It feels different in that it feels like being close to death again, and you aren't sure exactly what that means for a ghost, but you imagine it wouldn't be good if this got much worse. So the worm is destroyed. The glass, you were back in the kitchens, having dealt with the moth creature. You were heading over towards where Grackle was, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say you come into the scene through one of the busted down walls to find sort of Grackle's like flickering spirit over the corpse of this worm creature.
You're right.
Think that like Grackle like turns sharply towards you, and like half of her face is now gone. There's just like skull underneath.
You look as bad as I feel. Glass has this like burn that's creeping up. I got
wow.
Because I got electrocuted.
We're a dark mirror.
You look about as shit as I feel. I think we need to get out of here.
Where's everyone else?
Somewhere in the house?
No, we did yell at you that we were going down.
I
Yell
believe they're in the
timber.
basement.
You better move. You better dance.
Are the sisters dead?
I think that might be what they're working on in the basement. We should get down there.
Grackle's going to like move past you, just like crackling as she goes.
Don't push it.
Being grackling as
Don't
she
want
goes.
you unincorporating. I think that's the word. Disincorporating? Fume will know.
So the two of you want to head down to the basement to see what the others are doing.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and hit the. Yeah, you know what? I'll say, as we cut to y'all rushing to the front of the house where Salome has glued the door shut, and you see the stairs leading down. You also hear shouting coming from outside. And hear like actually what you see like a light flash, like kind of panning across the windows like a floodlight. And you can hear this like splashing of boats moving in the canal out in front of the manor, and the sounds of like people getting off the boats and the heavy thunking of iron coat, like like there are forces gathering outside right now.
I'm gonna call down the stairs. The iron coats have just arrived.
Come down. There's a railway?
Perfect. All I wanted was a train. All I wanted was a train, and there's a little train. Just for
We're
me.
gonna do one of these, the little push-pull thingy, go down the track.
As long as it is on tracks, I don't care.
So
We're escaping on a train.
the two of you rush down the stairs.
Should
Fume.
we? Oh no! Wait, Salome locked the door, right?
It is glued shut,
Right.
so it cannot just be opened.
I thought we had barricaded it. Forgot it was.
Yeah,
Forgot it's glue.
it is a pretty this house is pretty well fortified to keep people out. Like the windows are barred. There's like pretty good security for the manor. Obviously, a lot of that was disabled from the EMP that went off. But you imagine it's not something where they're just going to be able to walk through the front door. It might take them a moment to bust it down. So you have a little bit of time, but probably not much.
Yeah, just get downstairs. Hustle.
So you rush downstairs. You see this whole scene. Fume. While this is happening, you're in this room with this. You hear the sounds of the fight ending upstairs. The rumbling stops. You begin to hear some shouting. You're looking at these spirits. What do you do?
Can I ascertain if I could remove these spirit bottles without damaging the contents?
Yeah, you could disconnect these spirit vials from the apparatus without breaking the vials. They are essentially wired into the house in a way that, based on, because I think you did a roll last time to kind of understand what was going on.
Yeah.
You understand from looking at this that they are essentially wired in the house. Like, they're not contained within these vials. Essentially they have access to move through the power coupling and the cables and stuff here, like electricity, to some effect. The fact that the generator has been shut down has mean that for whatever reason they're sort of trapped inside these vials currently. You'd have to be a little bit careful removing them in order to keep them from being freed entirely, because they're not actually imprisoned or contained within these vials.
Okay.
They're just stuck here temporarily.
And are there any spares lying around?
Empty spirit vials?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some in the other room. Glass has some too.
Okay. My plan. I would like to use Tinker to try and remove the spirit vials while they are still contained within them, and then also replace them with empty spirit vials.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, I will say you can definitely do that. You're pressed for time right now.
Okay.
We set up a bucket line. Put it on the little thing to go down the river.
Say desperate.
So I'm going to say, yeah, this is you're only getting one shot at this. So we'll say desperate. I am going to say the effect based on the time that you have here, because is your ultimate goal is to get all of these or just to get one?
Preferably all of them, but I'll make do with what we can salvage.
Okay. So if you're wanting all of them, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this out as desperate limited.
Okay.
If you're able to get this to a essentially, in order to get this to a to get all of them, you're gonna have to get this to a great effect.
Oof.
I will give you my final freebie.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get this to great effect, and you're gonna have to crit. If you get great effect, if y'all do assist actions to increase the effect and you get to great, also you'll get most of them. If you manage to crit on a great effect, I'll give you all of them.
Okay. Okay, so
Take my freebie for sure.
So take the freebies, that brings you up to standard.
Standard.
Can we possibly set them up? And
Someone could either do a
Stack
setup
like
to increase
that?
the effect, or someone could assist to increase the effect.
Could I?
he's
Oh no, I
He's
can't
already getting
assist and also
assisted.
do a setup.
Oh right, you already have you already have an assist.
So it has to
yeah,
be
he's
a
already
set.
getting assisted, so he
someone
needs a
could
setup.
try. Someone could actually. I'm thinking about it. This is kind of. I don't know if you have time to do a setup right now.
Okay. all right,
Okay.
Okay.
Kid, I want to do something stupid.
What? How stupid?
Let's
How
get it.
stupid.
Let's start the day off right. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
If I blow my final drain to increase the effect, would you let me actually use my body as a sort of capacitor, but keep the sisters locked down?
Okay, so you're wanting to. All right, so you'd take the
Become the
push.
ghost
You'd push
box.
yourself, which would let you have a great effect for this role, but it's going to take you out of the scene. It's going to take you out of commission. To use your body as the conduit, as like the containment for these spirits.
Essentially, yeah.
Yes, I will allow that.
Yes.
All right, so desperate, great effect, tinker roll. No additional dice, but we have increased the effect. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Can you mention something to me while I'm assisting you that you're going to do something stupid? So I don't know, we could get like a gurney ready to pull you onto the rails.
Fume is grabbing onto 2 of the spirit bottles, and he sighs and turns to Salome. We don't have a lot of time, and this is going to suck for me and probably the rest of you.
Don't die.
I promise nothing.
I might need a hand in a second.
Irritation.
Oh, that dice is gone forever. No.
No.
Oh, there
It
it
went to the dimension of regret.
It landed on my footstool.
Oh.
Or the little raised. Okay. Here we go. 1, 5. No, so close. It was a 6, a 5, 5, and a 5.
So close. Okay, so here is what happens. Fume, you hear the shouting from upstairs that the Ironcoats are here. They have limited time. Everybody making the plans to escape through the railway, and you realize you do not have enough time to remove these safely, install new. So like that's going to take too much. So what you do is disconnect some of the cabling for these spirit vials and just connect it with your own your core where your spirit is contained, wiring it into yourself, and then flip the lever. And I think Salome, and because you're the one close and you've been kind of keeping an eye on all this, and Fume gives you the heads up, you turn around as Fume says that he promises nothing, and there's a like a surge of electricity, and you watch
see the exoskeleton underneath like the fake skin.
you see just the exoskeleton illuminates, just a flash of light, and as the light fades, you see Fume lying on the ground, inert, with like smoke pouring out. I imagine like any sort of like the clothing and artificial like skin that you had around the core on your chest is like burned away.
The fucking old Superman animation, the robot with the kryptonite in his chest, how his outfit is, where it's like burnt and torn.
Yeah, and you see it all burnt away. You see the core, the arcane core that powers Fume's hull is just surging with power, and it's like almost vibrating with energy. It's like glowing very brightly. Fume is not moving, and you see 15 of these vials on the wall are empty.
Majority rules. Let's go.
Oh, what's he done this time?
I think he took 15 of those and put them in him. We gotta go. We've got to go.
What are
All
those?
right.
The sisters.
Spirits.
Can I shoot the remaining vials?
Yes!
Yes. No roll needed.
And the hammer, baby.
It's high noon.
You just see you see like the 6 like spread, because it's not like in an even line. You see the 6 vials are the that are still charged on the wall.
Shelf looking like we just solved a damn Nancy Drew puzzle.
Grackle floats into the room, skeletal side of her face exposed. and just pulls out the pistol and just quickly shatters the 5 pillars. Usually flashes of light, just is whatever is inside them is broken and dissipated. These like spectral screams emanate through the air as those vials are destroyed, leaving just the 15 empty ones.
Little help. We gotta go.
Are we gonna be able to lift him?
We're going to have to. Remember when we had that the oil the guy? He was like 3 people. It just remember it lift an arm and then scoop and then under the leg and then okay.
Grackle, when you're back in your body, we're lifting weights. I'm sorry, I ever didn't. I'm sorry, I told you it was a bad idea.
I think out of habit, Grackle goes to lift him.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
You were right. I'm saying that under great duress.
Grackle just phases through the body and just shit.
Glass is carrying 3/4 and Salome's just like holding one leg.
Use your knees, God damn it! Stop twisting.
You are able
It's
to
Grackle floating in the background. Pivot!
That's what I'm doing.
Micromanaging your form.
We are pivoting. We can't pivot any farther.
I'm trying.
gonna
My
wake
legs
up
are
sore
only
in the
so
morning.
strong.
I'll say it slows you down a bit trying to carry, because essentially you're carrying Fume's body to there are these 2 mine carts, one of which the part like had a crate in it that was partially filled with spirit vials. You pull that out, throw Fume's body into it with a heavy thunk. Weighs much more than he should. And you have the tunnel ahead of you, essentially like these 2 mine carts, like the pulley system to propel them down the track. As you are in the process of loading him upstairs, you hear a crashing noise as the front doors are busted down.
I believe that's our time.
Yep, that's the cue.
If Fume is going to keep sacrificing himself, I'm going to require him to add some sort of dolly or wheel apparatus.
Or at the very least, I don't know. How do you put a hull on a diet? Do you ask them to do some sort of alloy system for their bones or something?
As you begin to
possible.
wheel the cart forward, Grackle, I imagine, kind of like floating along. It begins to slowly pick up speed. You get about like 10, 15 feet in the tunnel. You turn back around and you hear shouting coming from down the tunnel. You hear the shouts of some blue coats like giving orders to the iron coats. So you begin to hear like moving through the upper floor. However, down the tunnel in the direction you came from, you see lumbering down the stairs, an iron coat alights at the bottom of the stairs, kind of like scans through like big, like this hulking automaton with the this symbol emblazoned in the like front of the like the chassis, this like main torso of a hammer, like a crest that has like a hammer at the front, and has the same like blue filigree as like the blue coats. It scans the room and then like locks onto the motion down the tunnel as you're beginning to move away, and you see the like green light within the like helm shaped head of this automaton flashes for a moment to red, and you watch as it lumbers down like on all fours in a predatory stance, and then begins to
I got it.
pursue down the tunnel.
Let's go faster.
Let's go faster.
As you start to just push the cart as
I would do
fast as you
something-
can. Yes.
I'm gonna. How much stress do I have? Hang on. I'm gonna push myself to use my Tempest, and I'm gonna try to summon lightning and bring the tunnel down in front of it.
Okay.
Alternatively, I search Fume for grenades.
Do you want to know what's on Fume's body?
Do you want to build a bomb?
I
do, yeah.
There is a localized version of a while back, Fume worked on a sort of control box for hulls.
That's right.
Interesting.
The little
The remote override.
Yes.
the one I used to disable. I think that was in Charter Hall when
Is
you
that
were
the Terminator?
That was I also worked on one where it was a little bit more discreet because I had a guy like a hull look in a mirror and like check himself out.
Yeah.
As part of the testing.
Right.
So you have two options. You can either use this device, which I don't know if Glass fully understands how it works,
Glass
Or
knows
you
how to
could
use
use
it.
the grenades. Yeah.
or you can use your powers. to try and
I don't want to break Fume's box.
Oh, wait.
Heh.
I could expend another bandolier to give you more solvent.
Wait, glue his feet to the ground. No, I think
What are those old 3.5 things? Like the little bags of just goo that you would throw
Oh,
down
yeah,
if people
yeah.
see it? What
Yeah.
were those called?
I think they were literally glue bags.
Something like that.
Yeah, hysterical. It's funny to me the same way the like Dragon Age Inquisition jar of bees is funny to me. Like, you guys didn't have to make that. I'm gonna use my lightning. I think glass it processes very quickly. 2 options. The device is probably gonna take longer to figure out, and I think just I'm just
yeah,
start
snap
blasting.
decision. You go
Yeah.
with what's more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
So
Can I
take the
help?
two stress to channel. Yes. You may certainly.
I'll
assist.
I'll take over for this. I'm like, just take your hands off.
Hey, I don't want to scare anybody, but I have a new long-term project.
And I'm scared.
You have my curiosity.
No, you have my attention.
Guys,
All
I
right.
think he did mean to scare us.
You know what?
You know what?
I think you might be right.
He
I think
What?
you're a liar.
might have meant that.
I'm totally bummed.
This guy. Listen, guys, I'm starting to think something's not right with this RJ fella.
So you are going. So you take the 2 stress for pushing yourself, and
Yep.
then you are. We'll say this is an attune roll. This is desperate. I will give you standard effect on this. I mean, you're
Blast
using lightning powers to collapse the tunnel. I think that makes sense.
And I'll give you a helpy, so you can either take an additional die or increase effect.
I've got 4 in a tune, so let's kick that up.
To a
Can
great
Can I
effect.
help
Okay.
if Can I help if I need help?
That's an interesting question.
That I
You
think
couldn't
is-
double help anyway for it, so.
That's something my,
Don't worry
my
about it.
therapist really wants me to talk about.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
Can I
yeah.
help if I need help?
Okay, tell me I'm wrong.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
you know what you could do
fucking
right
dare
now,
you.
Grackle, is you could do a setup, but somebody would have to assist you to do the setup,
All right. Or push myself, right?
or push yourself to do the setup.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Doesn't that put you out of commission?
No.
No, you
Oh,
only
Only
have
if I
6.
only if I run out of stress, and
Okay.
I still have some to burn.
Yeah, you're only a 5.
Okay.
I want to do a setup roll, which is to say, I have Deadeye, which is a part of my vulture style, which means that if I hit him with a bullet, then I can add an effect to it. So I want to like stagger him basically to get him to slow down enough for the rocks fall,
Ooh.
everyone dies.
Absolutely. So yes, you can do that. So you push yourself in order to just be able to do this roll. You don't get the benefits of pushing yourself. But I would say, I mean, this is you're attacking at your precision shooting at a distance. So I would say hunt.
Yep.
Makes sense for
Works
this.
for me.
Sweet.
And we'll say I'll say this is desperate. Again, you get 1 shot at this. And
Oh boy.
and we'll go with standard effect.
All right. This is just a setup roll. 5. I keep on seeing low numbers, and it's stressing me out.
Mixed success. Okay.
I do not care if this does any damage. The only goal is to slow him down.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide how to hurt you more for this.
You can hurt
Things you
me.
say to friends. Things you say to friends when you're playing a fun game.
You know, I feel seen and loved.
Okay, so let's say, because I'll give you the benefits of the setup action. So Glass could take that as an increased effect and then use the help action to get an additional die instead. So that'll be the effect here. You are able to successfully fire the shot. I'm reading through some examples here. I can't really break your weapon. That's not really gonna help you. It's not really a complication. You know what?
I do have to stop and take aim.
Yeah, I think this is all playing out at the same time. So you succeed on that. That complication is going to come into effect in a minute. We're going to tie this into Glass's roll too. So yes, succeeds in the setup action. Glass, you can roll with an additional die and with great effect.
Okay. Oh, there's a 6 in here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I wonder
6.
what those are like.
All right. So this is the setup.
Are you going through a critical success menopause? Did you like get them all out at the beginning of the game and then they're just like gone now?
I just haven't seen one in a while.
It's been a while.
Dry spells happen.
It's okay.
Okay, so here's what happens. Front cart has Fume in it. Back cart has Salome and Glass. Salome is working the.
I was like, "Where's Ghost?"
Salome is working the lever to push the cart along as fast as possible. As you watch, Glass stands up in this cart and begins to draw, like just like ceiling rushing above you overhead. Begins to draw electroplasmic energy like from the surrounding ghost field around you, drawing in this power, which crackles through your fingertips. The tunnel begins to shake. Electricity scatters in every direction. Grackle,
Fear Magneto.
Yeah, pretty much. You
could have gone with any of the ones I'm actually afraid of, but I love to Fear Magneto.
You
the moon.
Grackle, you float back for a second, like losing a bit of pace with the rest of the group. Fire the shot. It impacts the leg of this iron coat, staggers forward again, continue to pull itself. It's like ripping at the like car line, the track, as you are as trying to pull itself along. Red eyes flashing, the same like red electroplasmic energy crackling through its body, like supercharging it. It reminds you back like to the first one that you encountered when you were dealing with the wraiths and you took that were slaughtered in their hideout. As it stumbles,
Can we say that Glass is like facing down the tunnel and then we have to time it because Salome is like, huh. You have to go over her head.
Yeah, as Salome ducks down to push the lever down, you fire the surge of energy forward. It collides with the iron coat, explodes outwards, and the tunnel begins to shake as you watch boulders come crashing down behind you, crushing this iron coat beneath a mountain of debris. The complication for this from Grackle's roll is as you are kind of like hovering back away from the group, you watch the debris crashing around you. and you see a fracture snaking faster than the cart in front of it as the tunnel is threatening to collapse down on top of your fleeing companions here. And you see a chunk of the stone break off and goes crashing, hurtling straight down towards Salome's head.
No! I refuse!
No.
No!
Who are you? Where are we?
Where are we? No.
I want to
New
stop that
character.
somehow.
Anti-robot
But like it
man.
depends. But it depends. We got to figure out how we're going about that. Is this is a complication? It's not a consequence, right? So
Yeah, well, it is. Okay, so it is something you could protect on if you want to. Essentially, no, we're going to frame this as more of a consequence. Salome is going to take the impact unless you do something to help.
can I do a resistance roll
Yes.
too? Okay, that is gonna be my approach.
Got
I'm
it.
resisting this.
All right. So you can do a prowess resistance
Okay,
to protect Salome.
I would love to.
Can I
do that.
help? I don't even think that's something you can help on.
I don't think you can help on a resistance roll.
6.
There.
And also a 6.
There's the crit, baby.
There's my
there are the
crit.
oh, that actually means you clear one stress.
Here,
Whee!
one stress. She's done it.
Oh, you did have to push yourself to be able to do that, though.
It wouldn't put me over, but it would.
So it's like you'd spend 2, but you get one back.
One back.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay. So as to
Ghost
finish up
versus
the
rock.
scene, cart is pushing forward, tunnel is collapsing. Glass, you go back to help Salome to get as much speed as possible. The tunnel's being collapsed around you. The two of you don't see as this chunk of rock is hurtling down to collide with the back of Salome's head. Grackle, from down the tunnel, what do you do to protect Salome?
Like a lightning bolt, she shoots towards the cart. Sorry, all my vocabulary is leaving me. She shoots towards the cart, just turns into literal lightning. And we get this slow motion moment of her just slapping the rock away.
Lightning trails through the air, slow motion. Two of you look up. Salome, you see eyes wide as the boulder is coming down towards you, and then Grackle just appears in the air above you and pushes the rock, which shatters and disintegrates into pieces above your head with the pure kinetic force of this
And it's just
telekinetic blast.
sparkle across her face.
Yeah.
Glass is looking completely insane by this point, so I think just whips around to Grackle is now you're getting the hang of it.
And just as the tunnel is beginning to collapse, all of you rushing forward, you see a light up ahead, continuing at full speed. Tunnel collapses down behind you, dust billowing out from the exit of this tunnel as the minecart hits the end of the track, goes flying over it, all of you tumbling out and smashing down into the canal, just hitting the exit of this tunnel on the other side in an empty canal in the northern reaches of Six Towers.
Crest out of the water. Fuck,
Fume's body
Fume's gonna
begins
sink.
sinking to the bottom.
Salome just tears off her skirts because they're gonna be almost as heavy as fucking Fume in the water.
You do know Fume's made out of metal, right? You're dumping him in the water?
We were all dumped into the water.
We were all dumped
didn't
into the
choose
water,
that.
and you're already shorted out, brah. Yeah, we have to go get you. We have to go diving for you.
No, I'm gonna grab because I still have some load left. Whatever. have, which I can have on me, is climbing gear. So I'm
Oh
gonna,
yeah, someone swim
Yeah.
down, tie him up, and then we can
I'm
start
gonna
pulling him.
I'll pull what's probably a rope and some pittons out, and I'm gonna go down and just lasso Fume.
At this point, you probably want to just signal the boat to come around and just haul Fume the rest
Or
of
is
the
it
way.
a tow ya?
Yeah.
I'm at least so
He's on a tugboat.
wrap the rope around, swim back up with the rope, and just lash it onto something so he doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then we could fish him out.
You we can say with a minor flashback that won't take anyone any more stress, that you've got either Smash or Grab or somebody else running the boat
On the boat crew.
who took it away from the manor when everything went to shit.
There's like a decent amount of stuff in the climbing gear.
And you lash the rope onto the edge of the boat. With their help, you pull Fume back aboard, and are able to safely and as quietly as possible make your way from the chaos now erupting near the Dimmer Sisters manor and back towards the jewelry box.
I'm just laying on my back.
So it's just shivering, now in her undergarments.
Before we end the score, as that scene has concluded, Fume,
Mm-hmm.
you are inactive right now. Like it is kind of like essentially what has happened is your arcane core has gone into like such a state of overload that all the other functions of your form have like been shut down, like power surge. Everything is like fried at this point. It's going to take, like, it has to completely reboot, deal with whatever's going on at the core first. It may resolve itself as the charge like dissipates or steadies, but it's taking a minute. I'm gonna actually turn on some less epic music. But you're kind of in more of like you have a vague idea of what's happening around you. But you are almost in like your standby mode essentially of when you're like charging, which I imagine to be kind of like almost a state of unconsciousness.
It's like a minute of consciousness fades out, and then like standby mode is like I'm aware for a couple of moments.
Yeah. So you have flashes like the tunnel, the iron coat, the water, the boat, all that's like coming to you. But in those moments of unconsciousness, of where everything kind of like goes dark, you are aware of the presence of other beings within you, like resting for control.
Am I able to do anything internally about this?
You can, but in this, so you can do something if you have like a roll or something you want to make. But you also begin to like become more aware of those entities, and you be like a chattering of like voices around you.
Whenever you take full stress, you immediately get knocked out of the scene, but your stress goes back to 0. Correct?
Yes, yeah. So your stress resets, so you're at 0.
Could I make an attune roll, use my Rook's Gambit to turn it into a tinker roll to fine tune it so that this conversation's more in the foreground?
Yes. Yeah. Essentially, you'd like to try to almost like gain control of like what's going on and like compartmentalize things so you can actually focus on like.
I wish to create a mind palace where I may speak.
Yeah, sure. I'm down with that. So yes, we'll call this controlled because it's something you could attempt again if you needed to, and we'll say standard effect.
So it's a 6.
Okay. So full success.
It's just in the mindscape, a white space with a large round table.
Yeah, you're able to like compartmentalize. You create like a root folder for, and you put the Dimmer Sisters in that.
Dimmersisters.exe.
Yeah.
Or no, they'd be ISOs. Yeah.
The in this space, you this white void with some sort of like construct of this like table that you have like willed into existence, kind of like focusing, trying to create some sort of attention to draw these entities into so you can have some sort of like dialogue. And you see, sort of materializing like in stark contrast to this white void, you see 15 shapes of pure like black, like silhouetted in the same like, you know, dresses, like looking much the same as you saw the Dimmer Sisters in reality, but without like the distortion. Like it's not necessarily clothes and ruffles and
Amorphous shapes of lace
of like black and like flowing shadow and stuff. And you see those forms appear, and says, and you hear voices kind of talking amongst themselves as their attention is directed towards you. And one of the shadows says, "This one is the one that brought us here." "Yes, sister, that appears to be so. But to what end?"
Well, I for one think this is a lot better than resting for control of an inert body. He takes a small bow towards the floating shapes. "Humbly I greet you to this receptacle of mine. I go by Fume, though I think you already knew that."
"We are aware of you."
Honestly, I would have loved to have left you all to your own devices at the basement compound, but I do have a few questions if you can humor me.
"So they still haggle for information, do they?" "Yes, I suppose they do, sister." "Well, we are in a very strange spot. We've never shared a form like this. It would be difficult to assert control. We could in some time, once this one was dealt with." "Yes, I suppose that's right."
But would it be worth the effort? I know at the very least I could take one or two of you.
"Perhaps, but there are more of us." "That does sound like an awful lot of work, though." "Yes, I do agree." "A bargain, then. An agreement, a contract." "Yes."
A mutually
suppose that would
beneficial
be.
contract, I hope.
"Payment in balance with what is being requested. This would be agreeable to us."
Please, come, sit. Chairs manifest.
The 15 of them sit around the table with you at one small end of it.
Now, before we start, I would wish to negotiate the terms. For the information I seek, what do you look for?
Well, there is a moment of uncertainty in our current situation. I do believe that we are no longer within our housings. Yes, that would seem to be so. Is it our understanding that you have destroyed the apparatus which contained us?
I believe I saw a brief flash of gunfire and some sparking. Yes.
That is very unfortunate. So payment would need to be in equivalent to the arrangement that we had previously with the Baron. Yes, I do think that that would be appropriate.
New housing.
Of a similar or exceptional condition to what we had previously.
Now, small question, were you strong-armed into doing the Baron's will, or was this a negotiation that you all came to?
This one hasn't had much dealings with the Baron. No, I don't suppose he has. Negotiating would be the polite way to say it. Negotiating under the terms of threats, more accurate. However, the agreement that was arrived at, the contract that we agreed to, was beneficial for us as well as Lord Meriden.
Well, I am not Lord Meriden, so housing and safety is something I can offer you.
We would need to return to our work, yes, to our manor, though I suppose the condition of which would be less than ideal currently. I do remember a fire very briefly, and the creatures are released. They would have made quite a mess. Yes, they would have.
What were exactly those creatures? You just...
Projects.
Pet projects?
They all say in unison.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Not again.
Not again. Oh no, Fume's finding out something about himself.
It's our second hive mind in as many weeks.
God. If I were to make said housing, I would be able to make it so that we may communicate every now and again. Would that be amenable to you?
I suppose so. Would this housing you offer amount to our freedom to continue our work, or would we be prisoners to you?
It is a discussion that I must have with the rest of my group. Personally, you have been threatened by Lord Meriden. You were being forced to do things against your will.
Against our will is a strong statement to make.
You were just following orders.
I suppose you could say that.
And to be fair, I'd rather work with you than against you.
That would be more beneficial to you in the long run.
Mm-hmm. I can offer a housing and a body so that you may continue your work, but no more than one.
One body. Limiting. We'd have to share. It wouldn't be the first time, I suppose.
Though, interestingly enough, you might have given me some ideas. Sort of. I wonder if you could switch on the fly. I'm sorry, I have a lot of thinking to do. You've given me ideas, and that's never a good thing.
Well, as we said before, we do not wish this to come to violence in this vessel. That may be damaging for some of us. However, there is a limit to how long we are willing to wait.
Give me enough time to at least put the housing together.
Very well. And what is it you want in return?
Information on Lord Meriden, of course.
Hmm.
But again, this information I need to speak with my companions about. Don't want to waste things.
Very well. How long should we give him, sisters? Given the state of this vessel, I suppose he would need some time. Let's say 3 days? 3 days sounds amenable. Very well, 3 days.
I'm never getting out of poverty.
Few do in Duskfall.
So, while we're here and we're waiting for my body to reoperate itself, how are you doing? And small talks until we're like operable again.
Got it.
You learn all 15 names.
Any hobbies? What do you do for fun?
Crochet, really? Yes.
Oh, lovely, lovely. And you make candles. Oh, excellent.
I have party games if you wish. Pin the tail on the asshole. I mean, donkey. It's a picture of Lord Meriden, and it's a dagger.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we're not going to go to our downtime yet, or to our end of score stuff. Let's just cut back to you arrive back at the jewelry box, unload Fume's body, to get back down to his lab, where I assume he's shown you how to plug him back in if needed
In case of emergency.
Reboot.
In case of emergency reboot. And
Yeah.
what's our buddy's name? The other physiker that's in hiding right now?
Melvir.
Melvir.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
we might
call
want
him
to.
Melvin.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Melvir's more of a doctor, is not really into the smartcraft stuff.
Dang it.
You want to get Emilian. He would
That's
nothing
okay.
you
Yes,
can
yeah.
do
We
to
need to get your
help us
brother.
now.
Yeah, let's get your
Yeah.
brother.
Amelia, darling.
Yeah, Emilian is like has been tending bar, standing on a step stool behind the bar to tend bar.
I need you to come
Um,
reboot your brother.
I'm sorry.
Come along, darling. We'll
All right.
talk on the way.
Okay. Steps down off the stool, puts the towel back on the bar, heads downstairs, sees Fumes.
Jade,
charred.
if you don't have a client at the moment, I'll pay you hourly for right now. Twice your rate. Could you just tend the bar? Thank you.
Oh, fine.
Get that overtime, girl.
Get that over time.
She heads behind the bar, starts pouring drinks, way too strong.
Yeah.
She gonna make that money today.
Yes.
Get him drunk.
You bring Emilian downstairs. Emilian's like, "Oh my lord, all right, that's not supposed to be smoking. All right,
I keep telling him, but he won't quit the habit.
Bertrand has shown me some of this, so let me see." And starts going over, and
Something you may need to keep in mind. It's not just Bertrand in there.
Oh my god, he's got ghosts in his blood. He needs cocaine.
No, he needs a leeching.
Fume's haunted.
We're
Always
always
has been.
we're always saying you got ghosts in your blood. You should do cocaine about it. It's finally real.
it's finally happening. Yeah, Emilian like gets everything plugged in, set up, does the little bit of repairs he needs to, that he is capable of doing, and within about an hour, Fume, you
I'm going through Fume shit.
kind of that flickering back to consciousness, where your awareness and stuff becomes like a little more solid, and you look around and you see the rest of the group gathered in the basement, as you are plugged into your like recharging apparatus.
Strangest dream. You were there, and you were there,
Oh,
and
fuck
you were
off.
there.
He speaks. Oh,
So I
speak
think
again,
I'm still like
smoking
trying to
angel.
like get all the water out from places that were hollow. Like we've
we
got
want him
like,
to
one of those
rust.
big
As
with the little syringes that you put up a baby's nose, but
just
like a
have him in
really
a-
big one.
You just have in a bathtub full of rice.
And
Oh,
rice.
buddy.
I plug the big fan in that we keep down here for
Listen.
when the basement inevitably floods.
you leave your electroplasmic devices in some rice to get the Taikarosi to come and fix them.
Amazing.
How it
Oh.
works.
Incredible.
That works. As Glass is going through Fume's thing, it's that
Just reading his
meme
notebooks.
of the warrior in the party and how many weapons they keep on them over and over again.
Your handwriting is truly atrocious.
You do realize I had a doctorate, right?
Yes, I just
Doctors are
assumed at college they taught you how to write your letters.
Listen, I didn't know how to read and write until I was like 15, so you'll have to excuse me.
It sounds like a skill issue.
Oh. You know, a whole body isn't supposed to hurt.
Welcome back to the land of the mostly living.
Conscious?
From behind you, like
Sentient.
Bertrand Emilian pops out, having
Oh, fuck.
pulled there's just a full crab, you're,
We're gonna be pulling eels out of that man for days.
not supposed to be there.
You want to see a
Gretchen,
magic?
Good job, my
Gretchen, are
dear.
you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine, Emilian. Oh, no, that's not good.
Your brother is
took-
going to usurp you.
I took unstable as my wear.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now he's just a walking explosive.
What was it? Dragon Age, Mage Spell, Walking Bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, go ahead. Cast a spell. Turn yourself into an abomination. Abandon your friends for 3 years. It's normal.
It's totally normal.
Normal for this channel.
Absolutely.
Hey,
normal.
Sita, I know you're going
Hi,
to watch this
Sita.
episode at some point.
Hey, bud. What's up? Hi, Jean.
Hi,
Mom.
Jean.
So, I had a conversation with the Dimmer sisters. Lovely folk, actually, quite lovely.
We're going to have to get them out of there.
Yeah, I'm going to need to build them a sort of housing unit so that they are no longer in this condominium.
Can I ask why you decided to let about 15 of the Dimmer sisters possess your hull?
No time to actually do the process it would take to remove said implementations from their devices.
I thought we were just going to kill them.
But then how are we going to
can they
question
hear-
them about things?
Can they hear me?
Fume looks down at his core and he waits a moment to see if he gets a response in his head.
Sisters?
Ding ding.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Yes.
Why not just kill them?
Again,
Grackle out of the darkness.
Jesus.
There you go.
Duskfall Jesus.
Did we forget?
That's his name, Duskfall Jesus.
Duskfall Jesus.
First name, Duskfall. Last name, Jesus.
Duskfall
we-
Christ.
Did we forget? They're on the list.
Yes, but also they probably have information on Lord Meriden that we could
So-
use.
Interrogate, put them into a vessel, smash said vessel,
Up to you after that. I don't really care.
put them in a box, put that box in another box, mail that box to yourself.
Put that box in a large cannon and then have Grackle hit the button so that they may get their revenge in a comically weird way.
Great. Well,
Keep rent low.
Grackle's giving Fume a weird look.
What?
I'll do you the nicety of waiting until they're out of you.
you
Ghost loom away.
A bunch of women inside me has never stopped you from killing me before, Grackle.
I have so many questions that I don't actually think I need the answers to.
Grackle killed me before. Don't you remember my whole backstory?
Well, yes,
We were in the Unity Den.
I remember
It's
It's
that.
all the 15 women inside you at the
Yeah,
time.
that's what was
That's
that's what was proccing the questions.
I believe I might have misspoken. It's never stopped her before.
Got it.
You know what I mean.
You
I do
are
now.
going to need some warding and some protection. Hopefully, your craftsmanship is enough to keep this hull from being completely deteriorated while you're possessed by no less than 15 of the most powerful magical minds in all of Duskwall.
You know, in my sleeping hours, I can always consult them about the design.
I don't know that it is best practice to ask the ghost you're trying to keep in how to keep it in.
There was a... Oh, bye, Val.
oh no.
Hi, Val.
Hi, Val.
What do we do?
We win. We win. We
Hey,
win.
everybody.
Right, substitute teacher. Substitute teacher.
hold
We're gonna have class outside.
I've transitioned. Sid, you're in the game master seat.
Yes. Okay. So I'm here. Hey
How-
guys.
I don't understand how Val left the call. They're the host of the call.
I know. That's why I'm so scared.
Oh, snap.
Okay,
Hey,
if they
everybody.
don't
My name
show
is
up for
Grackle.
My
Yeah, if they don't
internet
show up
is
for
cutting
15
off.
minutes,
Fuck,
I'll take
who am I?
over. We win Blades in the Dark forever.
Yeah.
and then we'll do epilogue, and it'll be great.
I guess this is a good time for us to go ahead and take our break.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I want to be Grackle for a little while longer.
Okay, get out of your system.
Oh, wait, hold on. I just want to test something.
Yeah, me and Sid are correct, but
Hold on.
Oh
wings
man, I'm
your
not the.
Salome.
I was gonna say I can sign us off for break if I'm
just-
in the
Okay.
GM's chair.
wanted to see if RJ had a joke.
No, it's Danae that's cursed, not Grackle.
Why am I cursed?
Because I rolled as Grackle and I got a mixed success instead of ones.
Sorry, bud. It's you. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll take a quick break. I will go find Val and see what is happening because it can't be our internet because we're on the same internet and everything's fine on my end. But thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll be back here in just a few short minutes, so stick around.
Okay.
And welcome back, internet. Sorry for a impromptu break. I have my computer issues solved. We are back. So where we left off was about 5 to 10 minutes in the future from what I remember. So let's backtrack a little bit because you were beginning to talk with Fume about what to do about the women inside of him.
Yes.
So
Talk to Fume. Grackle said, I'll do the courtesy of wait until they're not in you anymore or something similar, and it was really badass.
Grackle threatened his life.
It was super badass.
So I know there had
Fume
been a
was catty about
question
it.
we talked about as to whether or not they can hear
Yeah,
you.
so we stopped
Yes.
scheming for a second and say, can they hear us?
Yeah,
Got
Fume
it.
was just like, looks down his chest, hits his like soul stone, a couple like, ding ding, hello?
So what I will say is that currently, Fume, you are fairly certain that there is a very thin barrier between what you are perceiving and what they are perceiving. So that as of right now, you imagine that they are probably aware of what is happening. Not to say that you could not find a relatively simple fix to stop that. Like you could do something to like kind of compartmentalize things a bit more. The one downside is they will be aware if you do that.
Let's put a spirit ward over my chest, like, fart, take the spirit ward off, I can't have them here.
So if glass, and probably a combination of like you and glass, maybe if you want to do something to prevent them from overhearing this conversation.
Yes.
But again, it will be like putting them on mute. They will be aware that they are they are being muted and that they can't hear what's happening now.
Hold on, I gotta put you on hold.
Yeah.
At the moment, I
Fume
can't
just covers his ears.
scheme without me. At the moment, I don't think Glass gives a shit whether they know they're on mute or not. Alright, so you are going to need some warding, some protection.
Yes, just enough so that I can finish this receptacle and get them out of me.
Grackle. May we see your arm?
Oh!
Grackle will just offer her arm to Salome.
Are the sisters still on her arm? Are they
Mhm.
crossed off? Are they?
They're still on Grackle.
It's like partially crossed off because she can
Dimmer is crossed off. Sisters are still there.
There's a little question mark at the end of it.
There's a tally next to it.
Yeah.
Oh no! 6. Are there 6 of them tallied off?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's actually kind of badass.
We love a
like-
tally mark tattoo.
That's
It's like,
amazing.
It's Dimmer Sisters 6 out of X. And every time you kill one, it
Updating.
goes 7.
Yeah.
We'd love to watch the number go up. Love a big number.
Well, it's
yeah.
good to know. We killed 6 of them, so.
All right, let's get Fume some protection, both so the ghosts can't hear us, and so being possessed by 15 ghosts doesn't cause him to flame out in a horrible fashion.
Kind reminder, something the Dimmer Sisters don't know, Salome has my kill switch.
That's true. So we're in a literal dead man switch territory almost.
I got your
Potentially.
kill switch right here.
If I do anything
Cox gun.
remotely odd, hit the kill switch. You do a lot of things odd, Fume.
Right. Okay, well let's.
If I start
Try-
acting normal.
If you start acting normal, I'm gonna have Grackle put a bullet in you.
Hello, everybody. Pleasant weather we're having.
Kill him now.
Boom!
Kill him.
Kill him! Kill him!
Did you see that? That was a close one.
He said, "Good morning."
Oh, Wings, your hair looks so good today.
Oh,
So when you took your hat off.
She's hiding under
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Hiding your secrets under that hat.
That's why it's so big.
It's so big. It's full of secrets.
Good. Sit. I'm going to ward the hell out of you.
All right, I'll send brother back upstairs. Make
have a
sure
feeling-
Jade doesn't completely make everyone pass out before they can.
And thank you, my dear. You did a wonderful job.
Yes, thank you, Emilian. Fine
Well,
work.
yeah, it's just I guess be safe. As safe as you can.
I make no promises.
Yeah. He heads back upstairs.
None of us do, Tia. Go wrangle Jade.
So you want to do some attuning to try to
I would like to add some security measures.
separate Fume from these spirits inside
Yeah.
of him enough so that he has some privacy.
And also enough that because I don't think Glass knows what the consequences of Fume housing 16 spirits
So I'll say you
is
can do
going
that.
to be.
You can do that on a temporary basis, like for the purposes of this conversation within a tune roll. If you were wanting to do it more permanently, it would be something we would do like a project for.
Okay. Let's just do. We'll do it this moment.
Okay, got it.
A quick question. Glass, does the size of the spirit bottle equate to how much it can contain?
That's a good question. Does it?
That's a thought. You could go into your big old cart form. Would that be helpful?
I was
Well,
just gonna make a spirit barrel.
It's
so
I imagine
the-
it's less about the size and more about the strength of the containment.
Yeah, so Fume when Fume goes in the other form, Fume's moves his core. The core stays the same.
Yeah.
In either
Yeah.
form. But yeah, it's not so much about like the size of the like containment
use
unit. Yeah, it's the warding. It's the
Sorry, I
warding.
should have been muted.
And the and like the craftsmanship that goes into creating it. The main reason that spirits are kept separately, like contained within separate like spirit bottles whenever a whisper somebody is doing something like that, is that spirits become exponentially more powerful as they are contained
As they combine their
together.
energy.
Yeah. So
Yes. No, it is actually not about the size of the receptacle at all. More about the wardings themselves and how much power they can hold. Generally, we keep spirits separated, much for the same reason you would keep prisoners separated while interrogating them.
Fun.
Power in numbers.
Yeah, alright. Ward me.
I just punch him in the
let's
face.
do, yeah. So we'll do an attune
Attune.
roll. Call it controlled and standard.
Okay. Oh wait, I have -1 dice. I forgot.
You
Oh,
want
right.
help?
I got electrocuted.
I can help.
If you want, it'll give me 3. And if you help, I'll have 4 again.
Okay. I'll help.
Okay.
Quick
This seems
reminder
important.
to, well, for me later on. I'll ask a question. Let me get the roll out of the way.
5.
5. Okay.
Just throwing
Hmm.
dice everywhere.
I'll say you can make this happen, but there will be some damage to Fume.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You can try to again. You can try to resist the consequence too, if you would like.
what
but-
I'm
am
at
I
7
used?
out of 10 stress.
I could do the resist, right? Because
You
it's
could,
affecting me.
yeah. It's since it's directly affecting you, and I'm fine with that. For you, it would be a prowess resist.
Oh. That should be fine.
Bite down on this.
Why do I feel like this isn't the first time you've said that?
And
I can tell you with certainty it's not.
It most definitely will not be the last.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you take 1.
That's okay, that's okay.
Right. It's temporary, but it should hold for the purposes of this conversation.
So, what purpose did the Dimmer Sisters serve again?
They're on the list.
No. I mean, as in their function of Duskfall.
They are the keepers of magic, relics, stories.
Arcane and eldritch secrets.
They're
Yeah,
Spirits.
yeah. You also know, to what Grackle said, their chief trade is in buying and selling spirits.
But they traffic in spirits.
Great, lovely. Puts the belt back into his mouth.
So you're able to successfully ward Fume temporarily, essentially binding the spirits of the Dimmer Sisters for long enough for you to make some sort of plan.
Once we are done with them, I might have some time to actually work on making that permanent. Be nice to have a walking, talking spirit vessel around.
Let me design something so that I may be actually of use instead of just a walking, talking spirit vessel.
If you insist.
I have ideas. I have
you do.
ideas. I have so many ideas.
Of course you do.
And it involves... I wonder how micro I can get these components. Time to find out.
I've always told everyone it's not the size of your components.
It's
We
the
only get to
motion of
make
the
that joke
ocean.
one more time
Or the
during
sun
the
in the
stream.
sky. No, if you say
Uh,
it 3 times, you die.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why everybody is so scared of the comedy rule of 3s.
I'm not! I'll say it again.
That's why Duskfall's so dark. No one completes the comedy rule of 3s,
Yeah.
fearing for their lives.
Fearing for their lives.
I
Uh-huh.
get it now. Duskfall is Steam. Or Valve. They can never do 3s.
Damn,
Ew.
get 'em.
Get them.
You guys ever play Half-Life?
Play Left 4 Dead.
Rules.
Portal.
Also rules.
Okay.
I played the whole orange box, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's what she said.
I don't think it is.
No.
No,
I don't think
No.
it is.
I don't think it is either.
Girls
That's
don't
fair.
play video games.
Ew.
I'm
No.
I could say something, and I'm not gonna. Okay.
Bros only for COD later. Are we still calling it COD?
This is every little boy's dream. Watch making 2 girls play video games.
Guys. My dreams
What if we
finally
just
come true.
what if we just looked over and you two were kissing?
God!
Oh my God, Spencer!
Sorry.
I do really like when they talk about the mental image of the two of them sitting there and Spencer shirtless. Okay.
Okay.
Limited
I'm-
time. Wardings are active. What is the plan?
I'm gonna make a dollhouse.
I love how you said that, actually.
I promised them a body. I didn't actually say a human-sized body.
We're going to haunt a dollhouse.
We aren't going to haunt a dollhouse. The Dimmer sisters are.
I see.
I think it would be quite fun to haunt a dollhouse.
So
feels-
if they continue with everything they're doing, it would just be at a minute level.
I wonder. Oh no! Now I have come into the conundrum of making a model Duskval, and then, have you ever seen the play The Truman Show?
Remember,
Is this ethical?
Time
I'm pretty sure
limits.
somewhere on the board of ethics, someone is rolling around in their grave.
who's bored of ethics?
I'm bored of ethics.
I am
Let's do something
extremely
unethical.
bored of ethics. I've never done anything ethical in my life. Anyway, time limit.
3 days. Anywho's.
I suppose. Let's build a dollhouse. And then once we're done investigating, Grackle can smash it with a hammer.
Yeah. Oh. Grackle.
I've been here.
Yes, question. If you were to eradicate the Dimmer sisters, how would you do it en masse?
So, Grackle, you're not visible, darling.
Swing the eye from the shadows.
You know how hard we could fuck with Grackle right now? Fume turns to an empty spot in the room. So load Skurlock.
Aw, you're so
That's
funny.
so mean.
That's not nice.
That's so mean.
That would be mean. How would Grackle destroy the Dimmer sisters en masse? Whichever way I can.
Use your imagination. Have some fun with it. You don't get a list often.
Could smash
Probably
it.
shoot 'em.
Could set it on fire.
I mean, if that's the easiest way to go about it. They're all stuck in one spot.
I mean, the
I feel like we'd be, I don't know, stretching things a little if I went down in there and started shooting the place up, so let's just keep it as simple as we can.
could be
Alright.
quite a fun practice run for you, though. A house full of people you need to kill, no civilians, no police.
Train.
I don't take pleasure in this.
Alright, well. In that case,
Giant flamethrower it is.
I don't know that it will be easy, but it'll be simple.
So we make a dollhouse. We make a tiny doll for them to inhabit, and then Grackle, what, crushes it?
If she wishes.
I don't know, Fume just seems like he really wants to build a dollhouse.
I've been watching a lot of people build terrariums.
And I was just going to humor him.
I mean, we've dropped all subtext at this point. He's just playing with toys at this.
Yeah.
And we are here to facilitate both our clients and our dear ones' desires, needs, hobbies.
It's good for keeping up his fine motor skills.
Consider this enrichment time.
Yes.
there.
Otherwise, he's going to start blowing things up again.
I didn't blow anything up last time.
He did in spirit.
Yeah.
All right.
Dollhouse it is.
Bless you.
Bless you.
The Dimmer sisters!
Oh no, they're back.
Bless you, Bruce. Bless you.
Oh, bless.
Okay. So, Fume tinkers a dollhouse?
We'll say Dimmer Sister Storage as a new long-term project.
Okay. For however long this takes, Fume doesn't always see Grackle, but he always feels like he's being watched.
There's no privacy in this house. I'm used to Grackles watching me.
Yeah, so we should, if the plan right now is to move into that, giving them what they want mostly, or putting them in a different space before you either for whatever you're going to do after that. Then we'll go ahead and move
Don't
into.
think we know.
We're going to go ahead and move into downtime then, and do our end of our score stuff.
Do we want to have Fume like go back in when he's charging later and talk to them, ask them some questions?
I will say they're probably not going to they probably will not uphold their end of the deal until you have upheld yours.
Okay, so we're gonna have a really interesting conversation with a dollhouse potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Kind of where this seems like it's going.
Cool. I like it.
Works for me. It's creepy and weird.
No,
we're gonna get sucked into the dollhouse.
I just have Resident Evil the Village on the brain from watching on Smosh, and now I'm just watching little doll like zoom around the house, and yeah, it's creepy.
So let's do our payoff.
There we go. just a little thing for you, just if you need it.
Money, please.
Yeah. All right, so payoff 2 rep per score by default, and then coin based on the nature of the operational loot that was seized. Trying to decide how much coin. I don't. You guys could have picked up some stuff in there, and we'll say 4 coin for this.
Was this an espionage or sabotage? I don't remember what we said it was.
I think it was
This
an
was an
assault.
It was an assault, unfortunately.
These aren't the same as the list though.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This is
So
our preferred
that's more
type
of like
job.
Yeah, but I don't think this was more like, if we're saying in that context, again, more of an assassination
Got it.
than it was
That's what I
espionage
figured.
or sabotage.
Just scanning through our grid real quick.
Yeah.
So 4 coin for that. Heat. So I don't. Obviously, this wasn't smooth and quiet.
Nope.
Killing was
leaning-
involved.
We don't
for
get
that.
heat for healing anymore.
Yeah,
because we
so
took
we're
that.
starting with the basic heat right now.
Yeah.
So there's smooth and quiet, contained, loud and chaotic, and wild. I don't think it hit the point of being wild, but I think it was
if
little
we
more
hadn't
than-
gotten away in the
Yeah.
tunnel, it would have. But
Yeah, I don't think I'm honestly I'm leaning towards loud and chaotic is where we kind of
Burned down an established, well-known house. The blue coats and the iron coats showed up. Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
So we'll go start with 4 heat. Add 1 heat for a high-profile, well-connected target. Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll say 5. Add 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf, which it did. So we'll say, because y'all do not have turf in 6 towers.
Yeah.
So that's 6. We don't add heat for killing involved,
correct.
so we don't add it for that. And 1 heat if you're at war with another faction, which you were not at the time.
Not at the time. About to be.
So that's gonna be 6 heat.
We only had 6 left. We're full.
All right, so you mark
Shit.
a wanted level.
Wanted level 3, baby.
I mean,
It resets the heat
narratively,
track, though.
it does, and narratively makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
somebody's gonna have to go to prison again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get fucking assassinated in prison.
We've got prison. We got prison ability now.
I do. I have jailbird, so I would be treated as tier 2.
We've also
in
got
prison.
the smuggling claim, which you get
Yeah.
two extra load while you're incarcerated.
Sweet.
All right.
Oh, we're back at 3.
But you don't have any heat. No.
This
So,
is-
No heat.
all right. Let's do entanglements. So you don't have any heat. So rolling on the 0 to 3 heat scale. So I'm going to roll a number of dice to your wanted level.
How much coin did you say?
4.
4. Do we want... Is the vault full for the crew?
We have 2 spots left, I think. Yeah. 2
How
spots.
close are we to leveling to tier 4?
We just cleared our rep to go to a strong.
Okay, so we've got a little while.
Yeah, we've got a little while.
I know Fume is very poor right now.
Soon to be even poorer.
Well, we got a 6 and a 6. Which one do we want?
I think it's the 6.
Unquiet dead.
I don't know if 6 is unquiet dead.
No,
That's
it's
4
6
and 5.
either way. It's gonna. Luckily, y'all were not at. You were only at heat 0. Because if it had been heat 4 or 5 or 6, that could have been a lot worse.
problem.
Heat 0 would be cooperation, which means a +3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to do it, or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the friendly faction, or lose 1 status with them. If you don't have a +3 faction status, you avoid entanglements for now. So I need to look to see who you're at +3 with. Okay. There's only 2. Interesting.
Who are the 2?
We will see.
No, we
Yeah.
get to know who we're at faction level 3 with.
You're at faction level 3 with the Leviathan Hunters and the Red Sashes.
That's
Oh,
2 fascinating options.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bear in mind, the Red Sashes are currently run by Zephyr, pretending to be.
Yeah,
the
we
Red
own
Cliff.
them.
Yeah, we do own them.
Could be an
All right.
opportunity to see
Maybe
a little
she
bit of
is.
what's going on with Panzea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both could be equally interesting. Either.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get to that later.
Love it.
So, did you figure out coin? What you're?
Yeah, do we want to give some to Fume since he's Poe?
Yeah, well, we haven't done our gambling den either.
Oh, yeah. We have 0 heat, right? So we don't minus anything.
Yeah, the tier roll.
Okay. Woo! I got double 6s and a 1. How'd that work?
I think it's just a 6.
It's just a 6?
Okay. So
Okay.
that's $6.
I don't know. Let's see.
I can look at it.
Crew upgrades.
It's the gambling den.
Yeah. Which I guess wouldn't be in the upgrades. It would be. Where's the list of those? The claims. Oh, I guess they're on your sheets. Okay, so y'all are shadows.
Because all it says on the sheet on roll 20 is tier roll minus heat equals coin
Yeah,
and
so there's
down.
no effect on a crit. So you earn coin equal to the highest result minus your heat. So you get 6 coin.
So we have 10 total to pass out.
Sweet.
Who wants money? Do you want to fill up the vault and pass the rest out? 'Cause I don't need any.
Yeah.
I
let's do that.
don't have pockets. Don't give me anything.
I put 2 in the vault, so you guys
Have 8
do what
total.
you will with the other 8, because I'm almost completely, I'm rich as hell, so take them.
I am 6 away from complete, but I am gonna get 2 anyway for my little something on the side. So, Fume, do you want to give me some spending money, and then you can take the rest, bro, because you need to fill back up.
Okay.
All right.
I'm literally on. If I were to take a single coin, that brings me above the poverty line.
Hey.
Do it.
Well, then take-
I'm 2 away from as rich as I can be.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
It must be
I
nice.
keep offering to pay for shit.
Yeah, we'll give it to you next time.
I must invent.
Must build. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
All right. So we need to. I guess we can go and do our downtime activities.
I would like to indulge my vice.
Gonna need to do
I'm very
that.
stressed.
Same.
Yeah. So anyone who's indulging vice, stress relief, or recharging, can roll for those.
Four. Shit.
I also got a 4. I'm down to 3. That's not too bad.
Right. Anyone doing it again, or?
Oh, I just restored his phone.
Oh no, you're good.
Sid, you're gonna risk it?
I'm gonna risk it.
You got what,
This
5?
is just a little too high. A little too high.
5 is rough.
3.
Yeah.
I'll take.
That's good.
All right. So that was 1 action for Glass,
And 2 for me.
2 for Salome, 1 for Fume. Grackle.
Hello.
You-
I want to get healed up first,
Okay.
on account of the fact that mine depends on skill rolls.
Oh yeah, you got that level 3.
Yeah, I got that level 3. So, can I get some heals, friend, pal, buddy,
Oh, buddy, old pal.
Oh,
buddy, old pal, old
someone
friend?
who has threatened my life wants healing.
I ain't talking to you.
I've got you.
Are you talking to Melvir? Oh, okay. Right, your ghost.
I got ghost blood.
I will see what I can do, although the sort of two-faced thing you've got going on is very intimidating.
You think I need help?
I'm trying to decide.
Awkward
I'm
silence.
trying to decide how Glass interprets that. Nope, nothing. If you don't need help, you don't need help.
Wait, did Grackle just refuse healing now? What happened? What happened just now?
No, she's talking about need help with intimidation.
Oh,
Sorry, that wasn't
no,
that
it's
wasn't-
okay.
That wasn't very clear.
I misunderstood.
Okay.
I was like, well, okay then.
I mean, like, honestly, she's been a little bitchy lately. I get it.
That makes a lot more sense.
I
so.
really hope that that actually happened in character too. Like, fine, you don't want my help. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Okay. Sorry. It's alright. I believe I can fix it. Except my sheet is frozen. What did I roll for
Oh,
that last
no.
time? Is it a tune?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe it's a
I
tune,
think
yeah.
we did a tune.
Try to stitch you back together.
Okay. With a ghost needle and thread.
I rolled 5. 5. 5. 5. I rolled 4
Amazing.
That's a lot of
fives.
5s.
I rolled 4 5s.
So it's
There's got to be
5.
something special in there, right?
You got a 5.
4 of them.
That's
Yeah.
alright. I've been aggressively mid lately.
Oh, don't say that.
And a straight and a 4 of a kind.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Where's the?
Don't say that. Everyone's got talents.
So with a 5, it's 2 segments on your healing clock.
Two segments on my healing clock. I need more.
Yeah, we're.
More.
I got
I'll throw. Oh, okay. You gonna do coin?
you. Is it whose action is it to do
Yeah, whose action
healing?
is this taking?
Is it the
I mean,
person being
it's-
healed?
It's the person being healed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Great. I will roll a second time.
Now, when this progress clock fills, it just goes down on the ladder, right?
So
Yeah.
all of your healing goes down 1, or all of your harm goes down 1 on the ladder.
Gatty. This is gonna be a real resource sink.
'Tis a 6 this time.
Woo!
So
I
that's
like
going to
that.
be 3 segments.
Okay,
And that rolls over.
that rolls over. So I'm now gonna take that and put it down the ladder.
I am.
Do you have any level 1s that
No.
disappeal? Okay.
Kick it down.
It's just the one.
I'll use my other action to see if Fume can't do something about the fact that I electrocuted myself.
Let me go and rifle through my pockets.
Yeah, so
Good
Fume can
Grackle.
do a physical roll for some healing for glass too.
Give it to me straight, Doc. Is my heart going to go out? Fair enough.
That's reassuring.
Bold of you to assume I have one.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
Can I go for one more heal if I spend the coin for it?
Yes, you can. We'll do glasses first, and then
Fair enough.
Someone heal me.
Let's all sit in a braiding circle and heal each other.
I think Fume does a
Yeah.
tinker roll.
Yeah. Here we go.
Tinker around in there.
Tinker around with your bones and sinew. That. I got a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's two segments.
1, 2. Those are my actions.
And Grackle, you want to do one more?
Oh, and I have the freebie. I forgot about the freebie.
I'll
Okay.
save them for later. I'm gonna.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some coin in my stash.
Okay.
Yeah. Bear in mind too, if y'all are gonna pull the trigger on Vampire Grackle,
Oh,
that
yeah.
will take some downtime actions too, which you can spend coin on. But
Okay.
all right, let's get another roll from Glass.
I don't spend money very often. It is 2 stash for like 1 pocket of coin, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's a 6.
Woo!
That's another 3.
Huzzah! I that injury is down to a 1 now. I'm okay with leaving it there
All right.
for now.
I'm at a level 2 currently.
I at least just want to not have the -1 dice because that shit
Rough.
kills me.
Yeah. Sometimes literally. The All right, and did somebody else want to do healing again?
I think I should.
Yeah, don't get that -1 dice. That sucks.
Can knock
Yeah.
it down to level 1. I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey! 6, knockout 3?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Yeah,
3 carries
baby.
over.
Love it.
Oh no. Yeah, it was a 6-1-1-1.
Damn, son.
Wow.
Alright, move electrocuted down. But I have a cool scar though.
Sweet.
We have Glass a cool lightning scar. Like
The boy.
Like
who
a-
lives
no.
Is it actually? No, it's like a burst, like a
Well,
starburst
yeah,
thing.
like a
comes
burst.
to die.
You know,
Right here.
it'd been real funny if you...
That was pitch perfect.
That was great.
Fume is...
Ray finds us here. We can afford him.
He owed the Netflix producer a favor.
Oh, got it. Okay, fair enough.
Just a... It's a stupid joke, but Fume to Glass. You know, if your name was Sand before, it could have been Glass now. Seagulls. Lightning strikes the sand.
Oh, I know. Oh, I don't think you were there when I gave that speech.
No, I think I... God, there was a really funny bit where Salome was telling me that the stairs were going down now, and I said, yes, that's how stairs work.
Oh, see, I like that very much.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. A little observational comedy.
there was another bit where you were in there where I said playtime's over and I hit them with the stuffy monkey. That's a Hot Fuzz reference.
Yes, it is.
So it is my favorite play.
Absolute favorite play.
Truly an incredible comedy.
Imagine their radio dramas in Dustfall.
Oh, very
Yeah,
fun.
that's a play.
I was just saying that
It's the Market
wasn't really-
Street out scene.
I wasn't really changing what you said. It was more just like adding to the idea that they're like more public.
I want to see the
Entertainment
Dustball
options.
Foley artist.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially during the supermarket scene in Hot Fuzz. Oh my god.
Yep.
He just has a gun out the window, keeping rent low.
Hot Fuzz is just two iron. Or it's like an iron coat and
And
a
a
blue
blue
coat.
coat.
Buddy cops.
But in my version, they fall in love.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean they didn't?
It was supposed to be in the original draft. Nick Frost's character was supposed to be a lady. And then they just made it a buddy comedy instead.
It could have been incredibly gay. Instead, it was just mildly homoerotic.
Yeah.
But you know,
Come on,
fine.
Simon Pegg.
Yeah,
okay.
you fucking coward.
Has
Kiss your bros.
anyone? So the actions that we do, as far as like immediate stuff, if you're doing if you're going to work on the project for creating this dollhouse for the Dimmer sisters, it will be a long-term project, so we can get started on that.
And are we gonna start the vamp Grackle now, or are we gonna wait one more?
I'm happy to throw money at the
I-
Grackle problem.
yeah, me too. I don't think Grackle could take another job.
Yeah, I'm okay to start heading towards Vamp Grackle.
Okay. Because I still have a freebie action left, and then we could use some coin
And I'm
for
rich.
other long-term projects.
Well, let's see how much this is going to take for getting the Dimmer sisters a home.
I've got a follow-up question.
Yes.
Should I eat first?
No, you lose all
Ooh.
stress and injuries when you transfer bodies.
But will I need it?
Will you need the?
Should
the
you
stra-
Will I
have a
need some
preemptive
spare
snack?
stress for this one?
What? Van, you have the ritual details.
I sure do.
Here, have one of these. What's this? It's a
I'm
Dimmer
pretty
sister.
sure you are going to have to make at least one roll.
An attune roll and a body is what it requires. And
And downtime actions.
4 downtime actions.
Who's
Sorry.
attuning?
You're a two. Yeah, you're a
I'm
two.
attuning.
Which we know you have 2 in now, correct?
And I will help
Yes,
you.
yes. I do
Okay.
have 2.
Yeah, Glass is gonna take point on that process.
Okay. All right. Fine. If you guys think so. Cuz I don't have any drain left.
Ultimately, it's up to you.
Okay.
But I'm ready if you are.
Let's figure out Glass's thing first. I'll mull it over.
All right.
Is there a limit on how many long-term projects I can start?
No.
Cool. Dollhouse is gonna be one. Jar of Wasps is gonna be the other.
Yay!
Okay.
throw
So is the
jars
jar of
at
wasps?
people.
That's more of like, is this more of an invention? Like this is a.
It's so it's a bit fucked up, but could I make a spirit capture device and then integrate that with a soul stone so that it instantly or that grabs a spirit and then just animates an object on like activation?
Okay, hold on. Repeat this to me. Again.
What?
So basically I wanted to combine like a spirit bottle and a soul stone so that it like just snatches a spirit out of the air and then forces it into the soul stone.
Like a Pokeball.
Essentially, yeah. But then I want that soul stone to fit on like a creation that will move.
Okay.
You
so
want a
you want
mobile
something-
Pokemon?
I
You
want to
want-
make the Jar of Wasps be fueled by spirits.
Okay. So
Mechanical
you're-
Jar of
I
Wasps.
understand.
You're wanting a device that has
It's
a
coming back
jar
at a
of
great
jar of
time.
wasps attached to a heartstone
Because you sound fucking insane.
that
It's
you
so good.
can put in the proximity of a spirit, and it'll capture that spirit using the energy from that spirit to move the jar somewhere and then activate it to release the wasps.
Or activate, like have the jar have the wasps inside of it, and then
Uh-huh.
just like zap them alive.
Is this one of those, Val, be honest, is this one of those situations where we're doing too much?
Yeah, just say so.
Is this one of those situations where 2 sessions from now you're gonna go, why didn't you guys just do this very simple thing?
I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose
Not me. I
of
love this idea.
of this item. What is the end result that you're looking
It is
for? Here?
essentially just a weapon, like a distraction.
So you're wanting something that
tactic.
will release wasps as a distraction. So what is the purpose of it
So-
capturing the spirit?
So I want to make harkening back to how micro can I get these components? I want to make little clockwork wasps
Oh.
that are powered by spirit.
So
Vivi?
it's if
Oh,
you
shit.
wanted to say what? I missed that.
Wing said Vivi? I was
Oh yeah.
She's here.
So
always with us.
here's my thing.
we're all over
if
this.
you're
Is
wanting
Vivi
to-
in the room right now.
if you're wanting something that captures a spirit and then converts that spirit into energy, that we can talk about that, but it
Mhm.
might be more convenient to just use electroplasm
Electroplasm.
in its base form.
Mm.
Unless if the purpose is that you're envisioning yourself in a encounter or a situation where you need to get rid of a ghost and also cause a distraction with wasps, you can create it for that specific circumstance. I can't promise that circumstance is going to come up though.
Or like preload a spirit into there, because
Okay.
like I don't know. We can get into the meat potatoes after stream because I have ideas.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really whether it's possible. It's just whether like what the most practical way to accomplish what you're trying to. But
Right,
is
right.
your end goal
You know what?
here?
Let me fine tune the idea more and then come back to you. I'll just work on the dollhouse for now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because there will probably be several components, like, because you'll have to invent robo wasps, and then you'll have to create a spirit, a pokeball.
Man, I
then-
have a surprise for everyone.
So let's do the let's get started on the Dimmer Sisters dollhouse. So I think this again will be you could do this as a Tinker, so long-term project. So we'll roll with Tinker and start a project clock. How many segments do I want to make this clock? What is the so y'all decide to go with the dollhouse idea, which I love. Is the idea of putting them in a dollhouse that you'll have tiny spirits moving around inside a like a contained area? Like, or, like, is there a purpose? Is the dollhouse purely just like flavor, or is there some sort of function actually having them in a dollhouse that y'all
So-
were looking for?
Well, if Grackle decides that their murder boner has been satiated, I kind of wanted to employ the Dimmer Sisters to do research for us, supernatural wise.
Okay.
I love that idea as a player. As a character, they need to die.
That's fair.
Yeah. Grackle will suffer consequences for choosing not to kill one of her murder targets.
Got it. So we're gonna go for the good old wool over the eyes, make them think that they're back inside of, their facility.
Okay, so you're wanting something that almost like tricks them into thinking that they're you don't want them to know they're in a dollhouse. You're hoping to
Yeah.
make something that they think
Because
is
they don't
their-
fucking leave their house anyway.
True.
Like,
Very true.
I
Um,
kind of like the idea of this sort of like specter hanging over our heads, of having the Dimmer Sisters and like using them as a resource that we, totally plan on burning down later, you guys. Like, I like that idea.
Yeah.
we'll pansy them, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty sophisticated because it's gonna take You're not just creating a containment vessel for these spirits. You're creating something that also tricks them.
We're making a very elaborate miniature house.
Yes. So
How much does a chair weigh? I need to make that a fraction.
we're gonna make this a
There's just a
10
random.
segment clock.
Oh my god.
Whew.
I could do it. I'm confident. But I just had the idea of having a Warhammer 40k figure as a garden piece. How did I get there? Sorry.
All right. So let's do our first tinker roll for this clock.
Waha. I have got to get a dice tray.
You know what to get you for your birthday.
Just sit on the floor and roll them.
Hey, there you go.
Nope.
No, not
He
really.
Can't fall on the floor if on the floor.
I've already on floor.
The hands popped up right behind Fume's portrait. It was really funny. Look.
I crit!
Yeah!
Now, oh man, now you have to roll on the floor every time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can play
from here.
You silly.
He'll just do hand puppets.
The arms coming up from behind Fume's portrait is really good, actually.
I rolled a critical.
Yay!
So that'll be 5 segments, so you're halfway
Oh.
there.
We're gonna
Excellent.
we're gonna have to all chip in for Puppet Fume.
Yeah.
Say
I
I'm
regret to
already
inform
halfway
you.
there.
Okay, so are you going to spend a coin? How many downtime actions have you taken now? 2. Okay, so spend a
My
coin.
freebie.
Okay, so we can use the freebie for this one. So do another.
That's a 4.
Okay. 4 is
2?
2 segments.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a coin.
Come back, RJ. Okay.
This is my life now.
Just project. or pull your mic down.
Is this any better?
Yeah,
Cool.
perfect. I don't know why I'm yelling.
Stupid, but I don't know why it's so funny.
Ah, my butt hurts.
Just business as usual.
Yeah, this is just kind
Honestly.
of
Honestly, none of this
What we
surprises
do.
me. Yeah.
yeah. Val Chat was really trying to give you credit earlier for navigating us away from the hot fuzz and back to the game. Hey chat, this is a weekly occurrence.
This is
Yeah.
a weekly occurrence.
Don't
that's-
lampshade it. We're gonna be. You're gonna tempt us to.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of the format of the show now.
5 would be another 2?
Yes.
And don't you get to add something when you're doing
No.
projects on a...
I get to snipe them with 1 point later on, so I'm at.
I mean, I could.
You're a
spend
9.
drain.
You're 9.
Oh,
you're at
shit.
1 point. Yeah.
Snipe.
There you go.
I could spend a drain to assist you and then explode on contact.
You wouldn't be contacted me. I'm warded.
Oh.
Okay. You with you did 3 rolls for this, or no? You did 2.
I
Three-
did
3 rolls.
initial, and then Salome's freebie, and then spent a coin.
So we'll say it takes you the 3 days to do it, but you were able to accomplish it within the 3-day timeline.
All right, ladies, I lease you your new home.
Yeah, you full Ghostbusters deposit the Dimmer sisters in her home. It begins to like light up as the
Fume.
Yes.
Sorry, this is brilliant. I've come up with a new idea.
Hmm.
Do you think it's possible to build a shrink ray? Follow-up idea. Do you think you'd make a good landlord? Because we could build a bunch of these, shrink people down, they could live inside, pay your rent. You can have both of those ideas.
No, but I do have another body I was looking to test.
Y'all are really testing my
I actually picked this up as per the rules.
Uh-huh.
I now have a small hull chassis,
Okay, how small?
about the size of a cat or dog.
Okay. So it dollhouse sized. How small is this dollhouse? I guess I
No,
didn't ask that.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, is this dollhouse like
I think it's like...
is this one of the ones that,
frame of reference.
kids like play in the backyard?
God.
Or like is this
You know,
That's not a
it would
dollhouse.
be-
that's a playhouse.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
a
if we're talking
playhouse
like
for
if this is a
sure.
dollhouse, then you'd be a very large landlord.
You know what would scare
Well,
the shit
yeah.
out of the Dimmer sisters? If we just opened their house on a hinge. Hello! I bet you're wondering.
Oh god, what a nightmare. Legitimately. Like imagine
Legit
you're
nightmare.
a hive mind. You're like ghosts and shit, and you just wake up in your house. Everything is normal and like too perfect. And then like your roof just hinges open.
Yeah.
And then you have this fuck looking at you.
Yeah. Hello.
It's
Out of-
just Arietti at that point.
Yeah.
A film I very much enjoy.
Okay.
What is it? The secret lot.
Secret of Arietti. The secret.
Secret Life of
God.
Arietti.
Is it life?
Is it life?
Secret Life, yeah. Or is it World?
Zach and Cody.
I'm gonna.
Wait a minute.
Hello, my name is Amelie.
So you have built this perfect replica
The secret
of
world
the
of
Dimmer
Arietti.
sisters' home. I imagine it's like also like sort of encased in
Warding, so they can't see
like-
out.
well, and like a dome where like it so contains them within it.
Mhm.
As spirits are released inside. So they're out of view at this point. Positive. They're now stuck in a dollhouse, and we'll see how they feel about that when we talk to them.
3 days isn't really a long time to do much.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. They're lucky they got what they got.
yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Get what
They
you
could
get,
be
and
dead.
you don't get upset.
I will continue to work on this endeavor, but this is the best I got right now.
They could.
You only
be
gave me 3 days.
I honestly, you could 100% like do the angle of like, oh, Grackle wants to kill you. I had to hide you.
I didn't tell Grackle if she threw the switch over the side there, it would induce an electroplasmatic ray that'll burn all of you, but you know. What?
Come
I'm
on, keep
Are we the
giving me a hard
baddies?
time.
baddies. Good. It's not like I'm dropping them off a cliff. I'm giving them a shot to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit with the baddies.
Okay. So we've done that. What would y'all like to do? What would y'all like to do next? You want to talk to the Dimmer sisters? Do you want to work on getting Grackle? And
I want to work on getting Grackle back in her body.
All right, I'm gonna have a snack first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spend a coin to do that.
It
Got
took
it.
me a second to realize that it wasn't just Wing saying that she needed
yeah,
to
I'm
grab
not-
something
Oh,
to
yeah.
eat.
I'm not
before-
munchy.
Okay,
Yeah, no, Grackle needs to eat.
it's on
Um,
me. I'm just gonna
it's-
mute myself.
Honestly, like I'm having communication issues today, evidently.
I'm
okay.
having just brain no
Same,
good today.
Same. I don't, no, me neither. We're in the same boat. Okay,
You guys have thoughts?
I'm gonna try and find.
I try not to.
I want to try and find that same guy that I failed to eat earlier. Obsessive.
Yep. So you head back into Coleridge and find God, what was his name? We gave him a
He didn't
name.
have a name. He was one of the
We-
Ironborn guys.
Yeah, we called him something like I called him the Butcher or something.
He
like
had like
that.
a title. I feel like.
Yeah.
The
Yef-
yeah. Oh, the butcher. It was the Chopper? His name was Chopper.
Maybe it was Chopper. No, he was
Yeah.
Chopper.
It was
'cause I know
Chopper
he
because
did
you
that.
got really upset and said,
Yeah, we
no,
made-
I don't want to kill him.
It's like we're not doing One Piece.
Yeah, you find Chopper, currently this big, brutish guy, very nervously making his way home to his spouse and 5 kids.
Can I do a setup roll for myself? I don't know if that's a thing you can do.
It's a good question. We're learning new
'Cause-
things about this game every time we play.
It's true. So like while I have like a -1 to dice, or no, I don't have a, sorry, Jesus. I don't have a deduction to dice, but I am at less effect with my level 1
Yes.
harm. So I want to give myself the best possible chance.
Sure, yeah. So 135. Perform setup action. You end direct result of an obstacle if your action is intended to result. Any member of the team. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say. Doesn't say a dog can't play basketball.
Yeah, it just says
Hell
any
yeah.
member of the team then gets +1 effect or improved position on their roll.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Can I do my setup with a hunt, maybe?
yes, you certainly
To-
can.
To sort of
Mhm.
like track him down and
Find the best
like the
place to
optimal.
ambush him. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
I'm doing that. 6.
Excellent. So yeah, you monitor him for a couple for like the couple days before your ghost hunger getting the best of you as you're obsessively stalking this man that got away from you before. um, you find the best route that he is taking on his way, avoiding any detection as he's like looking over his shoulders, hair standing up on end as he feels someone watching him.
Look, it's best that you do just end this man because otherwise he was going to be tortured for the rest of his life.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the trigger now because I'm very nervous. I don't wanna drag this out for any longer.
All right, so you're at risky and standard effect.
Okay. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. God damn it! No! Is 4 a failure? 4's a failure, isn't it?
No.
No, it's
4 is a
mixed.
mixed success.
4
okay.
and 5 are mixed, yeah.
Oh fuck. I'll take it.
Sorry. When you were rolling that, I just heard Steve Harvey in my head yell, "Kill!"
All right, so when your control is challenged, you must agree to. Okay, so we're mixed success here. To remind myself how this
goes.
Okay. So to satisfy the need, possess a living victim, consume their spirit energy. This may be a downtime activity. Okay. So you've successfully possessed him. You feel. I don't know if this is really this is kind of what you thought was going to happen, but this is the consequence here. Is like as you have possessed him, again, you don't feel total control, and you, or like when I say like total control of yourself, like you take full control of him, but you feel that like that instinctual need to like drain his life energy. Like you don't feel like you're going to be able to throttle this. Like he is going to make it out of this alive.
Yeah. that's
However,
fine.
I'll say if so your control is challenged when you consume spirit energy from those. So the idea is that when you consume spirit energy, then if you wanted to continue to possess him, that you would have to make another roll. That's kind of a moot point in this case.
Okay. So is this a case where like I possess him and then I need to do a second roll in
No.
order to like
You've
Regain it.
successfully possessed him. So the idea
Okay.
here with the attune ability is you attune in order to take control of a living body. When you do any of the things on that list, in order to continue, your control is challenged, and you have to make another roll to continue to possess him.
Okay.
If you're not trying to continue to possess him after you've done that thing, unless you are trying to feed off of him multiple times, then you would want to continue to possess after you consume spirit energy of the host. However, I'm saying with the mixed success is that he's just dead after you consume the first time. I think you take more than you bargained for, and you are
Honestly, how fucking dare you?
I don't know why.
Am I more than you bargained for yet?
You are able to clear half of your drain.
Okay. Is
Rounded
round up or down?
down.
Rounded down. Okay.
Yeah, rounded down. So if you have 9, then you would go down to 4. No, wait, hold on. How do we?
It would be 5.
Clear
right?
half your drain, rounded down. So I guess that means you could never get below 1. Or does that mean if it says half your drain rounded down? Does that mean
0.5 would go down to 0, wouldn't it?
when you do clear half your drain, round down?
So you'll have to be at 1 and then clear stress again if you want to go to 0.
Yeah, you'd have to
Is
be at
the
1.
round?
I was thinking the round down is with the end, like you divide it in half and then round down,
Yeah,
or is
are
it
you rounding down like the amount you've cleared or the amount of drain that you have?
Yeah,
I think it's amount of drain you have that would make the most sense.
yeah. Let's go with that. So let's say you clear half your drain, round down means you divide your drain in half and then round down, and that's what your end result is. Because otherwise, it's divide in half, round down, and then subtract that from what your drain was before,
Okay.
and that's too much math.
That's cool. That's fine.
And you leave his lifeless body on the city street.
Yay!
He died in fear.
He died as he lived, fearing for his life.
Afraid.
Good.
He died as he was born, screaming.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye. I did the thing. I
You
did
did.
the thing.
You did the thing. You feel more satisfied than before. Still a little
Yeah.
peckish.
Okay. Honestly, this is probably like the least stressed she's been in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, from here, work on vampire stuff, or
Yeah, I mean, you have the body, you have the ritual. Y'all just need to spend the time to do that and to get everything set. So, if that's where y'all want to go next to get that dealt with, I would like y'all to set the scene for me as to what that looks like. What you do, how you approach this. Does Grackle just walk in after eating someone and say, you know what, I could do that for the rest of my life? Put me in, coach.
like I've finally cracked the code on how to do this. Like, let's do it, right? Right?
I mean, that's gonna get a hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Grackle goes to glass first.
Yes.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. You sure?
I am sure. The way things are now, I can't do most of what I was able to do.
Price of being dead. You ready for the consequences?
Grackle looks very serious. I am.
I know killing's not difficult for you. Well, that doesn't mean you take pleasure in it. This is going to be the rest of your life.
That's always the way it's been.
Okay. Let's do it.
We gather everyone.
It is time.
It is time!
Simba.
Sing for me, my angel of death! Bah, 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 bah.
Oh,
Fume. Overkill. Just overkill. Yeah.
Sorry, how about... Boom, 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 boom,
Just
boom,
plays the
boom.
single note from Black Parade.
Bum, 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 bum.
The entire bar goes insane.
Yep. That's all it takes.
So where is Grackle's
Basement.
corpse is still in the basement, preserved in formaldehyde and a concoction of
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
being kept alive through strange and arcane means. So this ritual is going to be something that Glass is going to be performing over the course of several days to essentially prepare and help Grackle's spirit transition into her body. So we're gonna have to spend the downtime extras. So we don't have any extra downtime extras floating around anymore.
It's gonna be
right?
coin.
We need
Coin.
4 coin.
I
I've got
will spend
one.
one.
I will spend 2.
Okay, there's the
Okay.
4.
That's fine.
Draining Grackle's pockets for this.
So Grackle, as everything is prepared and the Glass has to spend a significant portion at the beginning of this to like prepare your body for the ritual of like essentially preparing as you would like a hollow for to be possessed indefinitely by a spirit. You wait anxiously in anticipation of the moment where you will fully enter and repossess your mortal form. The basement, the cellar of the jewelry box is quiet, other than imagine Grackle or Glass doing like some incantations and manipulation of the ghost field
Yeah.
around the.
There's a lot of muttering. I think it goes probably between. Is it just the common? I don't know what do we call the language we speak in Duskwall.
Wow.
Does it have a name?
English. I don't know.
English.
I think there is actually a term.
I think there is.
But
It's
I
probably
think-
something like imperial or something like that.
I think is like actually very little of it is in like the official language of Duskwall, and most of it is probably Tycherosi.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of pulling from the old magics.
Oh, I found the thing. There are 3 main languages spoken in the city. Akarosian, also called Imperial, also considered the common tongue, and then Skovic and Hadrathi are the languages of the Eruvians and the Scovelanders.
Because the continent is Akaros, or is that a different?
Akaros is the
Is the
continent,
is the continent,
or the
okay.
country. Yeah.
Akatosh, preserve me.
No, we keep him out of here.
You keep him out of
I
this.
don't really have anything against Akatosh. I don't think.
You don't think? Let's watch a few more lore videos.
Now
to
me just
make a
running
decision.
through the Skyrim Pantheon real quick.
And he loves you. Sorry.
Is an Akatosh the dragon?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, dragon god
Got a
time.
sky.
Anyway, I would like to build a man in 7 days, please.
Blonde hair and a tan.
With blonde hair and tan.
Accurate.
She does
honestly.
have those.
It says right here, tanned skin, long blonde hair.
So you preparations are complete. The ritual reaching its zenith.
The basement is
You-
spooky as hell right now.
Is it possible that Salome can take Grackle's hand out of the formaldehyde and hold it?
Yeah.
For when she wakes up.
Wait. Hold on. Just slip a rubber glove over that.
Okay.
Might be a little conductive. You might feel a little shock.
Got it. Okay.
Grackle, feeling that the moment has arrived with glasses urging, you attempt to possess your body. And we'll have you roll to attune.
Can we help? With pep talks and love and butterflies.
Yeah. I will allow an assist.
Okay.
Imagine this is pulling a lot of energy as well. So having some extra bodies around is probably good for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you push yourself and receive help at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
The only thing you can do is never.
You can't push yourself and take doubles program.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So, attune. Risky?
Yes. Risky
Standard.
standard.
Okay.
And now you have 4 dice.
Okay. Because I'm pushing myself.
And
And-
Salome is going to assist. Salome is going to
Receiving
squeeze your body's hand and just look ghosty Grackle square in her eyes and just give a nod.
Okay. Should I go ahead and roll?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, God.
We got this.
Yeah, we got
Easy.
this.
Easy. We've been preparing for this forever.
Crit.
We've been training our entire lives for this moment.
Crit!
I literally... We made a vampire. Wings, we made a vampire.
We did it. We did it
As-
all together.
All of
The
us.
dice gods have just been waiting
That's
to
where they
just
were.
throw this. That they were just
That's where they
waiting for
were.
this moment.
They've been playing games with me.
They
The
were-
long con.
They work in mysterious ways.
Oh my god.
The
okay.
4 of us have built a better Grackle.
As
And because it was the last
Grackle-
2 dice, it was the help and the push.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
As Grackle, you move to enter your body. Glass, you can feel along the periphery other spirits pushing in, feeling a vessel to claim as their own. You can feel the presence of the numerous entities that exist beyond the veil, outside of even the perception of your abilities, trying to cross into the world in order to take this body for themselves. You keep those spirits at bay, allowing time for Grackle to focus. You can almost feel Salome's grip on your hand before you enter your body, stirring or drawing you back towards it. And Grackle's ghost vanishes as it descends down into her dead form. You feel that sense of familiarity of like a room that you've spent a lot of time in, though the lights are off. It feels comfortable. It feels like you know where everything is. You feel much more grounded than you did previously. Like everything kind of comes to a sense of clarity, like where as a specter you were striding a line between two worlds. Now you feel that sense of familiarity and comfort. But there's something else there too, something kind of clinging on to that moment. You're not fully returning to the way you were before. And you hear wings beating as you did before. No voice comes out to speak to you, no entity appears. But you feel a sensation that had carried with you as a spirit, a desire, an impulse to seek, to hunt, to consume, to destroy, bubbles to the surface. And underneath the waters, your eyes snap open.
Eyes
Pull her-
open.
Pull her up
Up,
slowly.
up.
Slowly.
I think that, like, Grackle, like, sitting up, like, dripping, like, soaked with this formaldehyde solution, just sort of, like, turns to look at Salome and then, like, looks at her hand in, like, in hers. And, like, she seems fixated on that for a moment. And she just kind of, like, moves to entwine her fingers with hers.
Grackle, can you hear us?
Yes.
Fume, you want to take a look?
Looks fine for now. I'll give them a moment.
Grackle, you look around this room, again familiar, and you're seeing through eyes again, seeing the world physical, material. But something feels different. Everything seems smaller. Not like in scale, but in importance.
I think she just...
Oh,
Sorry.
it's like even the people looking at you, you know them as your friends, and those relationships and attachments and stuff are still there, but you also know that you have a purpose and something that you want, and that remains at the forefront of your mind as like I think it's like first off, and that starts to dwindle a little bit as you kind of regain yourself, but it's like your first instinct is one of transcendence, like your needs, like you are something more than the people around you right now.
I think she just kind of like looks around the room, like has been unblinking this entire time, And then looks back at Salome. Thank you. Did Fume leave?
Fume's still there.
Okay.
He's just watching, waiting for their interaction to close up before he comes in to inspect.
My
Yeah,
nose is conspicuously in my notes.
How do you feel?
It's different than before. It's very different.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know yet. She's gonna stand up and start looking for clothes.
Help her up. We got her
So-
jacket, her
Yeah, I'm
hat.
sure we brought her stuff down.
Let's
In
talk a
the
little
middle.
bit about what has changed for Grackle becoming a vampire.
Mhm.
One, you're going to add 1 pip to hunt, prowl, skirmish, attune, command, and sway.
Oh my god. Should I have
Damn.
a new character sheet, or should I do this on an existing one?
You can change your character sheet to vampire. You're either going to
Get it.
be a vampire for the rest of this, or you're going to die. So there's
Yay,
no
okay.
going back from this
I'm
anymore.
gonna change my old character sheet that was Hound into Vampire.
That works.
Uh-huh.
So the max for those ratings is still 4 currently.
Hunt,
Later on, you can get stuff that will increase them to 5.
Skirmish. My tune
Um,
is at.
You also have to take 4 trauma conditions.
Oh, okay.
Your trauma is maxed out. You choose 4 trauma conditions that reflect your vampiric nature.
Okay.
So no more trauma for Grackle, or Grackle gone.
No more.
Grackle cannot get any more trauma, no. So the way that vampires work, I'll explain this for audience and for y'all too. So you get the undead trait is the one you start with, and then you can take other ones as you level up. Every time you take a vampiric trait after undead, you get a new stricture. So you don't have any strictures right now, but you can you'll pick up the other ones as you improve. Arcane attacks are considered potent against you. If you suffer fatal harm or trauma, you don't die, but your undead spirit is overwhelmed. You take 3 harm, incapacitated, until you feed enough to recover. If you take arcane harm while in this state, you are destroyed utterly.
I
Your
could be such a dick.
Your XP tracks are now longer. You have so
What?
you advance more slowly than you did
Okay.
before.
That makes sense.
At this
But-
point, we're literally gods.
And you have 12 stress boxes instead of 9.
Oh my god.
So again, you can't die through mortal means, but you can be destroyed by arcane means.
And you can get the stress the fuck out. So Fume heads over to the Dimmer Sisters' place and then says out loud over the pipes, "I grant this area as the private property of the Dimmer Sisters," and walks away. Oh wait, no, Grackle doesn't have that stricture
Doesn't
yet.
have that stricture yet. No,
Shit,
no
I'll wait.
strictures for Grackle currently.
Keep. All right. Note to self: never take that.
Yeah. You also still have your ghost abilities,
Yeah.
so you can still
I
do
keep
your...
my ghost abilities.
Mhm.
Madness.
Yeah. So you still have your ghost form, you turn to vapor and that kind of stuff. You can still
Chimney.
do poltergeist and possess people and that kind of thing.
Okay, so, but if she gets so stressed out that she would take a trauma,
She just
what
dies.
happens?
I don't
She
know.
just dies?
No. If your stress is maxed out, then you take a level 3 harm instead.
And then she'd have to feed. Got it.
And you'd
Okay.
have to feed enough to recover from that harm. So when you feed, so you can use a downtime activity to hunt prey to indulge your vice. You have to consume from a living human. And when you feed, you mark 4 ticks on your healing clock. But that is the only way you can heal.
Oh, I don't need help no more.
Yeah. You get to decide how you feed and what telltale side you lean on your victim. It doesn't necessarily have to be blood.
A gunshot wound.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Like it just turns bounty hunting into the way that she feeds as a vampire.
Yeah, and so the way it works too is you
Oh.
take, if your trauma is maxed out, or if your stress is maxed out, then you take the level 3 harm. If you already have a level 3 harm, so you would take a fatal harm instead, and you have no stress, or you're maxed out on stress, then you during that period can take no actions, and you have to rely on an ally or a servant to feed you.
That's insane. Okay.
So someone will
Very-
have to bring you a living victim to feed on.
Very exciting. Very scary.
Well,
Very
the good news is you can't feed on at least 3 people who are under the employ of the jewelry box because they're all holes.
True.
True.
Is it possible to feed and not kill? Like if the attune is high enough? I know she just killed that last guy, but that was a mixed success.
I'm gonna say for
For a baby vampire?
for a vampire, for Grackle, you have to kill them. You have to feed on their life essence. Like, you have to eat their life essence in order to do that. Especially because, again, your XP move is now very specific too. Where with before it was getting vengeance, now it's you earn XP when you display your dominance or slay without mercy. You transcend the mortal world. Your concerns and needs eclipse all others.
Glass has an idea.
This is not a Twilight vampire. This isn't
even an interview with a vampire. Like,
yeah, you're full Lestat, and
We'll never find out if this is the Twilight vampire because we don't get sun in Duskfall.
Yes,
true.
no, and that's the whole reason Spirit Wardens tried to prevent this from happening.
Whoops!
Because vampires in Duskfall are extremely difficult to kill.
Hard to get rid of.
Guys, we've made several mistakes. And
Nope, this
one
is
of them
great.
me.
This is
So-
amazing.
Glass has a business proposition.
Hindsight's 20/20, but as a ghost, you just had to feed on people's electroplasm, right?
Yeah, you fed on their life essence the same way as
Yeah.
a vampire.
I wonder if I could have turned the Dimmer sisters into little juice boxes for Grackle.
I don't feel like that's off the table.
Yeah.
You want me to turn them into juice boxes?
I feel like they're gonna be less useful the first time you pop open a juice box.
I'll say this: the thing with your downtime activities, you specifically have to. She doesn't want to be fed; she wants to hunt.
Oh, bless.
So I put the Dimmer sister inside a hull, let her loose in Duskfall, and just say, Grackle, go ahead. I gave them a gun and a 10-minute head start.
How many stress boxes do I get?
12.
12.
Your sheet should automatically update.
And you'll get the extra ones too. From our crew upgrade where we got the extra one.
So you get
With
13?
I have 13.
That's crazy,
there's
dude.
there's a button I could hit here to add the extra XP boxes. I'm just gonna
Nice.
do it manually.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We found those. Oh god, it was so long ago that we were trying to edit these sheets. I don't
Yeah,
even
So
remember.
I am curious which traumas you're taking.
I've picked 3 easy. It's haunted, obsessed, and ruthless, and I'm struggling with the 4th one. I wanted to open that up to the
What are your
gallery.
choices?
Cold, secretive, unstable, paranoid, and vicious.
Vicious Ruthless could get real fucking dark.
Secretive could be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Especially with not that Grackle was like a big old open book with her feelings before or
Yeah.
anything,
But
but
more overtly secretive.
Yeah, I feel like turning that into a choice rather than a coping mechanism is an interesting spin on Grackle as a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But vicious and ruthless could also be very interesting.
They seem redundant to me.
Okay.
You could be vicious, but also have a moral code not to hurt like people you don't intend to hurt. Ruthless is just, I'm gonna hurt everyone to get to my target.
And I feel like vicious is like, ruthless is, I don't care, I'll get to anybody. Vicious is like, and when I get to them, I'm going to rip them limb from limb. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ruthless to me speaks more to, it's like motives versus results. Like, ruthless is like, I'm willing to do anything to get what I want, like to get to that thing. And vicious is what you do once you get there.
I feel like Grackle has always been the I'll do anything to get this done person. I'll dig as many graves as I have to, old man, even yours. Like, that has always been Grackle.
Look how that turned out.
The vicious part of it has always been like tertiary. It's never been her problem. Her problem has been her ruthlessness.
I think you got some good choices anyway, either way. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, I would vote for Cold. You're just warming up to Salome and the crew, and just suddenly all of a sudden shut off. Goodbye.
What's the difference between cold and haunted in your mind?
Cold.
I actually took Haunted. I have Haunted and Vicious right now. Haunted is like, I don't know, I'm treating it as like a PTSD thing of just like when anything from the past crops up, it's gonna become a big reaction. And then, I mean, Vicious smashing a whole head over and over.
And Cold for me would be more like, again, detached.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over to Cold then, because I feel like detached makes more sense for Grackle. Those stress boxes are ridiculous.
That's insane.
You better be assisting all the time.
Insane.
Oh no, not Grackle going cold after Grackle's the reason that glass went soft.
Oh no.
I was about to say, the only thing that Grackle that probably would not make sense for Grackle would be soft. Like,
yeah. I don't. Well, once upon a time, that was I was considering it.
Yeah.
Because it's like Grackle has been so hard and vicious and mean, and she's soft for you guys.
Oh, I did see. Oh no, you do have a stricture right now. I saw this because you start with the first trait in your vampire playbook, Undead. You may also choose one more vampiric trait. So you get to choose another. You get to choose a trait as a vampire you start out with, and you take a stricture for that.
Right. I don't get one for free. For free?
No.
You get the undead for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get to choose one other that you get a stricture for. I guess it says you
Right.
may, so you don't have to if you don't want to. But...
Okay. Oh, does it show strictures? Where are the strictures?
The strictures are
Should be where your trauma used to be.
Mm-hmm. And they are for the rest of the class. They are slumber. In downtime, you must spend one activity resting in a dark, silent place, or else suffer 3 stress. Forbidden, you cannot enter a private residence without permission of the owner. Repelled, spirit-bane charms can hold you at bay. Take 2 stress to resist the repulsion. Bestial, when you suffer physical harm or overindulge your vice, your body twists into a horrific bestial form until you next feed without overindulging.
Oh.
And bound, your spirit must remain in this body or be destroyed.
Oh, whoa. That's pretty fun. I'm not seeing strictures anywhere on this.
Yeah, I'm not.
On the sheet.
Yeah.
It might be a field.
Oh, it's right at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
All the way down there.
Yeah, they're there.
I'm taking slumber.
Okay.
Grackle takes a little nap.
So before we start addressing Grackle, we should probably bathe them since they've been in formaldehyde for the last week and a half.
I think we thought of that. Like, we bring down like a little brass tub situation with some hot water and kind of let her get cleaned up.
My Geralt of Rivia.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a Geralt.
Yeah.
And
Can I
you've
be your-
also been very dehydrated being dead, so your abs are incredible.
Can I be your Jaskier in this scene?
Sure. You've always been my Yaskier.
Are you Yennefer?
Sure. That would be the role that Salome would play in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
analogy, yes.
let's be honest, yeah.
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 So, could I just make a tinker just to see if all, the vampirism is taking? How well it's taking, like...
I think it would be more of a study.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. Are you feeling any pain anywhere? 5.
Would you roll?
A 5, sorry.
5. Okay, got it. 5.
Jesus. That's a lot of stress.
I know.
I need to update your sheet too. Your little token. You're at 13, right?
Lucky 13.
I'm guessing you
13.
don't have any stress right now too. I'm
Yeah.
assuming it resets.
Everything's
to 0.
reset.
So a couple things you know, like, yes, this seems to have worked. I think Glass can corroborate that. It seems the ritual was a success.
I am 2 for 2 on making vampires.
Hey, Grackle,
The cottage industry now.
Yeah.
catch this.
Bounces off of her forehead.
That hurt?
No.
I'll leave her alone. She just woke up.
Backdoll was all catchy when he first woke up, I'm just saying.
Okay, everyone's a little different.
It's not a matter of like whether or not she could do it. She just didn't want to give him the satisfaction.
Yeah, it's definitely Grackle.
Grackle's not a fetch kind of person.
Hello,
Only when
Salome
she wants
asks.
to fetch.
Damn, get her ass, dude.
Yeah. For the rest of your study though, with mixed success.
Oh, right.
I think you would notice, like, I mean, is alive, like, but I mean you've probably, you probably did the same thing, kind of like looking over Jackdaw too when he got back and stuff, so it's very similar in that regard. You do notice that Grackle's forearm markings from being a spirit have transitioned over to her corporeal body. And there is a heartbeat, but it is incredibly slow, like 1
Stethoscope.
BPM.
As they stethoscope to the chest, Fume just hears a boop. Boop. So, I'm gonna give you the same spiel I gave Jackdaw. This body has been reanimated under vampirism. You probably won't be used to it at first. Take things easy. Build up to them. Because if you decide to try and jump a building and your legs aren't ready, they might just shatter as you jump. And that's a lot of repair.
It's not exactly the sort of behavior I'd get up to before all this.
Well, it might pop up. Otherwise, congratulations. And welcome back.
Thank you.
Are you hungry?
Oh. We should test that out, huh?
I think we should celebrate.
Yes. Whiskey?
Let's cook something nice.
I might have some steaks somewhere.
We would know this with Jackdaw. They can eat food. It's just that's not what sustains them, correct?
Yeah,
Sherlock eats
Jackdaw.
food all the time.
For pleasure.
Jackdaw, from what he has told you, it's just that he doesn't like. He can eat. He doesn't particularly enjoy it, and so he avoids eating food unless he has to for appearances.
What about drinking? Do they still get drunk?
You've seen him drink.
Okay.
What if I make this steak particularly rare?
Only if you want to.
Rare's the only way to make steak.
True.
That I do have to agree with.
Now, are you a versier into the oven broiler sort of person, or are you just a traditionalist?
Cast
I
iron
usually-
skillet, and then right to the oven.
Yeah, cast iron over a fire.
Mm-hmm. This is why I'm going poor. There's rosemary, there's actual
Go in,
rosemary,
Paul.
actual steak, butter from not a goat.
Oh my god. From not a goat? Not even. Where's the butter coming from?
Eel butter.
Eel butter.
Where did he get a cow?
Sometimes I don't like being inside my own brain.
How-
Because
How
sometimes
did
you
you
have to
milk an
say
eel?
things like eel butter.
Eel butter. Yeah.
Eel butter.
What is wrong with me?
Shock me like an electric eel.
We get some really nice food
Oh.
for us mainly. If Grackle wants some, obviously.
It's been 3.5 hours that we're losing the brain cell.
Copious amounts of liquor.
Now I'll
Yeah,
catch
it's like
it.
we get Grackle's favorite booze.
Oh, I could show you all what I've been working on.
Go on.
I'll be right back. Ding, 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 ding.
Do
So
you guys
you
get
head up.
nervous when he smiles?
Always.
It just like triggers something in me. It's like a fight or
I-
flight response.
I imagine it's the same smile. You remember the short I showed y'all about the Japanese language?
Yes.
The dude's smile like, yeah.
And a dead-eyed.
Dead-eyed and then repeating the same syllable over and over.
I'm at this point. I think I've watched every short they've ever put out. I just like
fucking
went
love
through the
them.
list. They're so funny.
It is my brand of humor.
I just get nervous when he looks excited.
I think Salome is just like really. I don't think I need to like roll a study or anything. Feels like Fume did that, but just like really watching Grackle, seeing what she's doing.
I'm closing
Yeah.
up shop for the night.
Uh,
We're having private dinner.
yeah, you close it off at
Salome's
none other than
busy. I'll
your
take care of it.
immediate cohort. I think like the did you explain to like
Derek.
Smash and Grab and Derek, like did they know that Grackle was dead, or did you just say
We
like,
told everybody that she died.
Yeah.
We didn't
Okay.
tell everybody that she was a ghost.
okay,
I think
Oh,
Derek
wow.
knows that she's a ghost, though.
Derek would, yeah, anyone that lives in the jewelry box would probably need to know, given she pops up sometimes.
That's really
but
just it's us. It's Derek.
Couldn't keep that shit from Derek.
The kids. No, most
The kiddos, yeah.
Most of the kids are
yeah. So
With
you
Will.
Mhm.
do you tell? Here's my main
co-parenting
question:
between the
Yes.
establishments.
Are you telling them that Grackle is back as a vampire, or are you coming up with some other reason that Grackle now has a body again?
How did we deal with things with Jackdaw?
I don't think
Have we?
We
I don't think
never
we told
addressed
anybody.
them.
with
Jackdaw.
with Jackdaw, and I was gonna maybe suggest we do this with Grackle as well. Just like with Jackdaw, we gave basically as little information as possible, and we're just
because
like,
they could just assume
But
that
because they didn't know
Fume made her
him,
a
yeah.
hole or something.
Yeah, we've done
and-
this before. This is absolutely
This is
she's
probably
good.
this is norm.
yeah, because they didn't
Yeah.
know Jackdaw before, so we just kind of passed him off as a weirdo for a while.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, he's just
Yeah.
kinda weird.
And listen, we could always use the tried and tested explanation of Fumes of "you never asked."
I just
Yeah.
really think with everything going on right now, less is
more.
Also, this is kind of like the least of their problems.
Yeah, and mostly I'm just worried about putting them in even more danger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think if anyone
Because the Baron
presses-
just straight up threatened us this time. Like,
Oh yeah, like we're gonna have to probably go into hiding or
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
yeah, I had a feeling.
so I think Grackle's back. We will just let them think what they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody comes back up. Some weird looks, like the regular, the people that are allowed it, like not your clientele, but members of your crew, as they kind of filter in, and you get a few people, smash and grab, telling you welcome back, that kind of stuff. Assuming again that Fume probably made her a hole or something, and they figured out a way to put her spirit inside of it. Like, that makes sense. We've seen Fume in 2 different bodies now, so that doesn't need like a big old scene or anything. As the food is made, drinks go around. Grackle, do you try eating?
Yeah. Totally.
Slowly, your body hasn't eaten in a while.
What does Grackle try eating first?
She'll take it slow. I'm gonna guess we've got like bread or something, like like a snack, an hors d'oeuvre,
Yeah.
something
Or is
little.
devoured.
Yeah. You take a bite of the bread, and it's not that it tastes bad. Like, it's not like it's not like rotted. It just tastes like essentially eating paper. There's just like nothing to it. You try eating like any sort of meat, like some fish or something that you try eating. Not that y'all really have much access to like higher quality meats or something.
Some eel calamari. Yeah.
Yeah. That tastes worse. That's like tastes like rotted.
So like meat is bad. Meat tastes
Very
bad.
clearly it tastes. Yeah, it tastes. I mean, if Grackle, I imagine at some point has eaten some meat that was like dead for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was spoiled, expired. Like, that's what it tastes like. It's like, this is old. This is wrong. My body doesn't want to be eating this. As you're taking those bites, and a couple people are like filtering in, you see some of the members of your crew like coming in, having some food. Everybody's kind of like, having some drinks, enjoying themselves. Kind of coming in through the doors, quieter, usually trying to stay out of and like he doesn't tend to make himself the center of attention unless he wants to be the center of attention lately. Gives a nod over to Glass across the bar. BC Jackdaw. He locks eyes with you. And there's a moment of like very intense eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a moment of like recognition? Is there like a territorial like bend to this?
I think that the first is the moment of recognition.
Mm-hmm.
The second is an instinct that you feel within yourself too, which is that territorial, like prey drive kind of instinct. You feel like your heart, which has been very slow, like beats just a little bit faster for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of like he shakes his head a little bit and like looks over back to you one more time, breaks off, like kind of heads into one of the back rooms.
Okay. Grackle 100% like returns that gaze, and like without blinking, just takes another bite of the awful meat.
Got it.
You don't have to eat it if it doesn't feel right.
Well, normally I'd say you don't want to let good food go to waste. But I suppose most food that passes these lips nowadays goes to waste.
Yeah, you did. Just pulls the plate over.
Does this belong to someone?
Hello, everyone. I have something to show you.
Is it a cat?
Is this what you've been working on?
Yeah.
Look at this stance.
Wow.
Is
Your
this your small?
creature.
This is it's your small hole.
Yeah.
So, okay. That bit's done.
She's perfect.
I think the group here's like
Strong thighs.
a knocking on metal from one of the brass pipes that we use for communication.
Mm-hmm.
And when you flip the lid, a copper orb with intricate engravings just rolls out into your hand. Hello! You all are very big like this. It's weird.
Is regular Fume just inert right now at the table?
Oh, he went downstairs.
Oh, okay, he went down. Okay, got it.
Alright, here comes the magic trick. He levitates off the hand.
Huh.
I have a lot of spare time these days.
So you see, Grackle, there's a lot of newness, I think.
Mm-hmm. And this way I can be in the walls.
Not entirely sure I like that.
Me either.
I was absorbing all this pretty well. You know, it's a lot of change, but I think this one's really. This is the one that, yeah, this isn't a dream, right?
No, it's a nightmare.
You could fit me in your purse.
I think Glass
And then
thinks that's
Grackle wakes up
legitimately
out of
funny.
the formaldehyde, screaming.
I would like to spend 5 stress for a flashback.
Not it was a
Oh my
dream the whole time.
Like it just turns out like it's like one of those dreams where you like get up and start getting ready in the morning,
And then
it,
wake
like,
up again.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
A false waking dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But-
hate those.
With a small hull, I can be the size of a cat, essentially.
That's really sick.
That's
That-
kind of amazing.
They look like they're on your head now.
It's actually really great. Oh, there they go.
There's just no way to...
Go.
Honey, are you
You have a
gonna-
cat
There you
fascinator
go.
on. There it is.
All right, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know when this is going to be useful, but I do believe I could emit the same power output as in my regular body. Maybe nuke a house, but not a city.
No, this is going to be excellent for infiltration.
Very true.
They don't call them cat burglars for nothing.
Well, I'm an orb, so it'd be a...
Cat sounds better. We're gonna go with the branding of cat.
You just said the size of a cat, so that's sort of what I was working with. Orb is good, though.
circular automaton something. I'll figure it out.
Like our
This
little
is just
cue
a
ball.
whole thing. He didn't actually make the shrinking machine you were talking about.
No, I believe it's a new hole.
I think that's still on the list, though. We should get a pool table. Anyway,
Oh God.
Well, Fume, it's your break.
right. Good talk. Bye now.
There's this rich person's game called Polo.
Oh.
Ooh.
You ride around a horse and you hit balls with hammers.
You ride around a horse, and you hit balls with hammers. That sounds extremely made up.
That's pretty much all rich people do is make shit up.
You know what? You're right. Hey,
Absolutely right.
we very soon will be said rich people. I'm going to buy us a billiards table. I think it would be fun.
Anything else with our little scene here?
Do you sleep?
I don't see why not.
I imagine you at
Sorry.
least need rest.
I don't know yet.
I do imagine you want to pick Jackdaw's brain at some point.
Grackle grows silent for a moment.
Something I said.
I don't know if all vampires are the same.
No. Neither are all humans, but we do have some things in common. I imagine there are some things you're going to go through that we're not going to be able to understand.
Speaking of, you might want to talk to him.
I try to every day.
Oh, you might want to talk to him. I know we're trying to keep this all on the down low. He knows.
Interesting. Okay. I'll speak with him. Look between them. Actually, I'll go do that now.
I think Grackle like takes your arm for a second. And it's like it's one of those like, you know, sort of like pat sort of like, you know, you're my friend and I want to like have contact with you for a moment. But like it's just a little too grippy.
Everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
I
So you
won't.
had-
Oh, go ahead.
I'm out.
I won't belabor the point, but just Salome is doing the thing when someone knows that they will hover, but they're trying not to hover, but they're not succeeding at not also still hovering.
Mm-hmm.
So just like keeping laser focus on Grackle for anything, but also trying really hard not to, trying to give her a little space.
I think it takes her longer to realize that that's happening than any normal person would, just on account of the fact that usually she's the one hovering around you.
Fair.
And Salome's usually like pretty good about hiding like that kind of like social scenario.
Yeah.
She will figure it out eventually, but you're gonna have to give her some time.
She does not want you to realize it because she does not want it to feel offensive in any way.
Glass, you head back to find Jackdaw.
My boyfriend.
So you kind of head back into like the back rooms of the jewelry box. You're looking, don't see him at first. You know he went back this way, but you're not really sure where he went off to. Just as you like and peek in one of the rooms, you hear behind you. So you've been up to some nonsense.
You know I don't like it when you sneak up on me.
You turn around, he's standing there, like very passive look on his face. He says, "So, what's going on?"
Grackle was dead, and now she's not.
I saw that.
Problem?
So you did it again.
Well, differently. this time. That is her original body, preserved. She's been in the basement for a bit.
Right.
Didn't want to tell everyone. Not everyone's good around corpses.
That could make things a bit complicated.
How so?
You already have one vampire hanging around here. That's going to draw attention on its own. Second one, someone's going to find out.
Who exactly do you think is going to find out? This place is warded to hell. And it's got us in it.
Listen, I'm just concerned. Have a good thing going here. Worried you might be taking unnecessary risks.
I don't think this particular action was unnecessary.
It's not easy being this way.
I know. I didn't do anything without her consent, if that's what you're asking.
I'm sure.
And we talked through it.
It would have been nice if you had asked my opinion on it first.
I haven't gotten the impression that you care about most of my arts. Or that you'd have an opinion.
On this I do. Only because I have a very real stake in the outcome of it.
What are you afraid is going to happen?
Things are different on this side. It's hard to pick up at first. Just good to be alive again. It's just different. Grackle will probably handle it fine. Just keep an eye on her, in case you can.
Of course. You trust me, right?
I trust you.
That sounded an awful lot like a lie.
Salome pops out. Is it? No, I'm just...
Is he lying?
I trust you when you're in your element.
Am I
Sometimes
not?
things can get a bit muddy. Too many people involved. And get emotional.
You're saying I've gone soft?
A bit.
Is that such a bad thing?
Only if you want to live.
I have everything I could possibly want. I have my family. Handpicked. I think I've done an alright job. I have you. I have this place. I have money.
How long do you think it's going to last for?
I don't think about that anymore. It's all gonna end. I've made my peace with that. So while I'm here, I think I can spend a day or two going a little soft for a friend.
That's the difference, though. Grackle and I. It's not going to end. Just be careful, okay?
I don't have time for careful.
Then just look out for yourself first.
Yeah.
I think he like reaches out and like tenderly kind of like places a hand on your arm and says, I mean it. Not gonna lose you again.
You're not nearly skilled enough to bring me back.
No, I'm not.
Don't worry, I have a few ideas. Plus, I've got friends here, friends in the Spirit Wardens, several dimmer sisters locked up downstairs in a dollhouse.
That's one other thing I wanted to bring up. Things are getting a bit dodgy out there.
How so?
A lot of our contacts, friends, as you put it, just aren't answering the door.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means yet.
It likely means ironcoats.
I think something bad's coming.
I can feel it in the air. We should do some run-bys. See who's alright. Gather everyone up.
That's a good idea. Have you thought about if things get bad enough here, what we're gonna do?
Can always do what we did last time. Pack our bags and run away.
That would be preferable.
I imagine you still keep a bag under your mattress just in case.
At least one.
When you're here to sleep.
Don't have to do that as much lately either.
Lots of other things can be done in a bed.
I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, I'm getting you out of here.
You know I won't leave them.
I just hope you'll forgive me for it eventually.
I had to forgive you for dying. I imagine I might have it in me. But if there's something to be done for them, I'm going to do it.
All right. Well, there are a bunch of empty rooms here.
I have my own.
Fine.
It's one of the only ones with a door that locks. The metal's
Puts
expensive.
an arm around your shoulder. Heads back down the hall. And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight. We do
Oh.
end on time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, in the background, you just hear Fume going, wee! Wee! As he's getting tossed between Amelia and Nala.
He's fucking
Yeah.
BB-8, dude.
Love it.
Yeah, But yeah, I know we got to end because
Yeah.
people got places to be. Places got people to be.
People got a baby today.
Please don't shoot
So
any
we
bullets.
will forego stars and wishes for tonight. We'll just quickly rip through the.
We'll be nice to each other in the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll just do advancement real quick. So y'all get your XP. Desperate action rolls. There were a lot today. Make
There
sure you
were
mark your
quite
XP
a
for
few.
those. Playbook specific XP triggers.
Yes.
So much calculation.
Yeah, we arcane
So
powered
much
the hell out of that.
conspiracy.
I will let Grackle. You can apply your ghost one to the session since you weren't a vampire until the very end. So if you would have got it for that, you can take it. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Let y'all adjudicate those. And then struggle with issues from your vice or traumas.
I did that obsessive thing, yo.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Van, you want to go over the crew stuff?
Sure thing, Cap. Execute a successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage operation.
It was an assassination, so we don't get that one.
Oh my god, sorry. The cats are in here having a meltdown. Contend with challenges above your current station.
I think things got
Iron
a little
coats?
above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
think things-
the mental image of that thing on all fours.
The
Oh, God.
scrambler.
Oh,
It's that
It was scrambling.
it's that robot from that movie. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. That would be brutal and loyal. Stop.
I don't know if
this was the one that
we.
we said we would take this time because we
Oh,
were
that's
both
right.
brutal and fucking loyal.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because we were talking about it last time, and then
yeah, I think we
decided
held
we'd
off
see it
last
through.
time.
Okay, so
Mhm.
we'll take it for this time.
Okay.
Um,
And then you have goals drives inner conflict, essential nature of the crew.
Always.
Always. Guess who advances?
Secrets
That's
and
right,
lies.
it's the crew.
Huzzah!
And me. Can you guys cut it out for like a second?
all right. Awesome. Well, that'll be it. We'll go in and we'll do everything else off stream so people can get where they need to be. But we will be back next Saturday to continue our game. So join us next
We
week.
do it cool.
I'll do that off stream too. I
We
need to
were
look
not
through
very
those.
good about.
No,
No,
that's
there
too
weren't
bad.
not good
many.
with quotes this time.
We might have
Other-
to
yeah, I was
we
gonna
might
say,
have to
are
put
there
some in
quotes?
the Discord. Sorry. Keep going.
I get a quote. No. I'll look through it. Anyway, so we'll be back next Saturday. Join us for that. Join us on Monday for the maybe penultimate.
We're gonna make 69 is happening. We're making it happen.
I think we decided it's either going to be 69 or 69 part 1 and 2 if we have to go for
We're gonna try.
1 week.
We're gonna
Yeah.
try.
So join us for that Monday, 8 o'clock. Thank you to my lovely players for making this game a joy to run as always. And thank you everyone out there for watching. We will see you all in 1 week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.